think it is.
Okay, well, then I won't open it up to guesses. I went down the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni rabbit hole.
Oh.
Yes, I got to the bottom. I said, I don't care, and then something hit me yesterday, and I said, I got to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, no, I
No, you got to.
I don't care.
Okay, well, good. I'm going to tell you what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry. Everybody out there, you're not going to be in the same position that I was, where you're going to feel like I got to go down a rabbit hole. I have to watch multiple YouTube videos. I have to see multiple perspectives. I have to see multiple YouTube videos depending on when they were posted because information is moving so quickly. You won't have to go down that rabbit hole because I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to explain it to you.
I know about Nice Pool.
That is what sucked me in.
That's as far as
when they said, when I found out, because I watched the Deadpool Wolverine movie. It was funny, over the summer. And then they said, by the way, because in the Deadpool Wolverine movie, one of the things is it's a multiverse. Because you can't do superheroes anymore in a single universe. Nobody wants to see it. Has to be a multiverse. And so many different Deadpools exist, but they're all a little bit tweaked. And what did that gentleman say was the reason he shoved the coach?
Huh?
Remember
he was lit and turnt.
Yeah.
Turnt. They're all a little bit turnt. That's the word I was looking for. They're all a little turnt. So one of the characters in the Deadpool movie is Nice Pool, where he's the version of Deadpool, but he's like a toxically nice guy, the kind of guy you feel uncomfortable around, the kind of guy that is being fake, the kind of guy that's taking your girlfriend's side when he's hanging out with the both of you, and you're like, what are you doing? He's got a man bun, he's very pretty, he's soft-spoken. Yeah, and it's a funny thing. But then they were like, hey, by the way, the whole reason that character exists is because Ryan Reynolds was taking a shot at this guy, Justin Baldoni. I said, that's funny. If you went to all that trouble, you got millions of dollars on the line. This is going to be the biggest movie of the summer, and you're still sneaking in a little dig at this guy just because you hate him? That's funny, I think, if it's true. So I said, all right, I'm going to get to the bottom of it, okay? I didn't know who Justin Baldoni was. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I had no idea who this human being was. I had never heard of him. I don't think I've ever seen any of his work. I don't know about the rise of Justin Baldoni. I don't know how he got to where he got. I just know one day he was in a blood feud with Blake Lively. Honestly, I didn't know that much about Blake Lively. I think the only reason I know who Blake Lively is because she was in at least one of the Boston movies. I watch all the Boston movies. I love Boston movies that take place in Boston. I don't know if Blake Lively was in one of the the Affleck brother Boston movies, or a Christian Bale Boston movie, or maybe it was even in the Whitey Bulger movie. I don't know. But she was in at least one of the Boston movies because I've seen her in something, and I think it's one of those. Because we're looking at her. I didn't watch the Gossip Girl.
Okay.
Although I know the guy from Gossip Girl because I watch You, the hot serial killer.
She was in
show.
The Town.
The Town is the Boston movie. Thank you, Michael. The Town was definitely the movie. Right. It's just about Ben Affleck. He was trying to do better by himself, but all the townies kept sucking him back in.
Was she the hot therapist that Matt Damon couldn't get an erection with?
Very possibly. It sounds likely.
Nice.
And it feels like a role built for her. Beautiful woman, this Blake Lively, and she's married or in a relationship with, I don't know.
She's married.
Married.
They got kids.
To Ryan Reynolds, and I just found out 5 seconds ago they have kids. So, Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, who, by the way, did Justin Baldoni just appear?
I don't know who he is.
I think he just appeared late last year. He just started existing one day, and it was like, here you go. Here's a person that we're going to pretend has been around forever, and he's just a big star now. And I said, okay. So they did a movie called It Ends With Us, which I didn't see the movie. I literally have no connection to any of this. But not only did Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively star in this movie, but Justin Baldoni was the director of the movie as well, which again leads me to believe, how did this guy get to star and direct in this big movie? But I didn't really know who he was. It must be me. It's not about the movie, though. I mean, it's a little about the movie, but seeing the movie has no bearing on this story, because it kind of begins, if I'm not mistaken, this is my understanding of it, with the movie comes out, right? And they're doing press for it, and Blake Lively is doing press, and all of a sudden, all these negative stories about Blake Lively start coming out. And people start digging up old interviews where Blake Lively was like being a shithead to the person interviewing her. And you just, everywhere you looked, it was kind of more, Blake Lively's being weird in this one. Blake Lively's not really promoting this movie well. This is kind of a serious movie about like abuse, like physical abuse. And she's being kind of lackadaisical about it.
Yeah, there were old clips that came out.
Oh, yeah, exactly. The old clips of her. And also, she's got a history of being a shithead. And all these stories, I go, oh, okay, I guess this Blake Lively's not that nice. But she's saying that it was part of an effort to make her look bad, okay? Because as this sort of a negative press about Blake Lively is building and building and building, she files a complaint against Justin Baldoni and his production company, saying that he was like inappropriate on the set, that he was making strange sexual advances, that there were scenes where he was kissing her, but he didn't have to kiss her, that there were people that worked for him that were showing her pornographic images that she didn't want to see, that he used to just march right into her trailer while she was breastfeeding, like it's like, hey, I'm here to watch too, all kinds of stuff, and that he had launched this kind of negative campaign about her to make her look bad as all this was happening. Well, at first, and then I think it was the New York Times, if I'm not mistaken, that ran an article, and it exposed like some of the text that went through, and it was this whole thing about what a terrible time Blake Lively had on this set, and how, you know, things are bad for her because of this Justin Baldoni. Well, Justin Baldoni turns around, and he goes, okay, you want to put out this article? You want to file this complaint? You want to be public about it? That's fine. I'll sue everybody. And he goes, well, I'm suing the New York Times or whatever publication it was for defamation, and none of this stuff is true. And here are the receipts. And this Justin Baldoni starts putting out full text messages that he said the New York Times or whatever publication it was didn't print the full text, just these little sort of things. But if you had looked at the full context, you would have seen it was all there. And there are, like, he started putting out these texts where it was like, hey, here's a text of Blake Lively literally inviting me into her trailer while she's breastfeeding. Hey, I'm just pumping right now, but come in and read lines with me. So all of a sudden you go, wait a minute. If she's inviting him to the trailer to read lines, then while she's pumping, then clearly he wasn't just marching in, because this thing and all this stuff is coming out where he's got all these receipts where most of the allegations that Blake Lively made, he is backing up with, no, this proves that wrong, this proves that wrong, this proves that wrong. Then, and this was the crazy part to me that I didn't know was going on, he said there was like Blake Lively apparently was trying to get control of this movie. And this has happened before. Like the story, do you guys remember American History X, that movie?
Of course.
You know, the filmmaker of that movie, like, went nuts.
No.
Because Edward Norton took the whole thing over. Like, the movie that came out was Edward Norton's cut of the movie. Nobody's ever seen the cut of the movie that the director did. Because they got Edward Norton when he was on the rise. And Edward Norton was like, yeah, why don't you give me all the footage and stuff and just let me edit it? Because this guy, you know, it's not going to work out. And the studio was like, okay. And the director didn't see it before it came out. When it came out, he was like, this isn't my movie at all. His vision has never come out. I mean, Edward Norton did a hell of a job. It's a great movie. But apparently the Edward Norton cut is much more centered around Edward Norton, which is the movie that we saw. So it sounds like Blake Lively was trying to do something very, very similar in this It Ends With Us movie, where she started asking for the dailies. Can you send me the dailies? I want to see the dailies. That's the footage that they shoot every day, so that she could get her hands and on them and start editing and have control over it. She started rewriting scenes, which is a very Colin Quinn move to do. You know, when he rewrote Crocodile Dundee 2, Lost in New York. She was like rewriting scenes and going like, hey, why don't we do the scene this way? And as the director, I think he was trying to be cool You know what I mean? He didn't want to start a war. He didn't want to start tension because she's the co-star and he's also the star. But also it seemed like he was kind of allowing it to happen. And one of the reasons is these texts come out. And apparently she rewrites this scene. And he goes, okay, I really appreciate your passion for it. I think when we shoot the scene, it's going to be sort of a combination of your ideas and my ideas, and we'll come to a middle ground there. And she goes, cool. Why don't you come over to my place? Why don't you come to my penthouse here in the city? We'll have some dinner. And he goes, okay. And then he says he goes to the penthouse, right? And it's Blake Lively, it's Ryan Reynolds,
Nice.
And it's Taylor Swift.
Nice.
No, not nice.
What?
No.
That sounds like a party.
Apparently there's mafia stuff going on in Hollywood with these big stars because Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and Taylor Swift are like, why don't you sit down right there, Justin?
Be like, hell yeah.
And Ryan and Taylor are like, hey, we really like what Blake did with the scene. We think that's the one you should shoot. Things can get really tough on the set. And it felt like the way I was reading it, like there was a Hollywood shakedown going on, and he's sitting there looking at Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift, who I don't know how Taylor Swift got involved. She's best friends with her, I guess.
Yeah, they're like really close friends.
Right. And they're staring down going like, no. I think it's a better idea just to do her scene. And he's like, I'd say, like he realizes maybe this Hollywood dream of his, he's in way over his head.
You got to wire up for something like that.
I know, but I don't think he realized again, I didn't know who this guy was when he first started. So maybe he doesn't have enough experience to realize, there's going to be a Hollywood mafia that's going to shake you down because this lady wants to do this scene differently.
And do you realize what a legend you would be if you got audio of Taylor Swift being a cunt to you behind closed doors?
You know who would be thrilled about that? Scooter Braun. He'd be like, I tried to tell you. So he's like, and you see in the text, he's like, I didn't know Ryan and Taylor would be there because at first her name was redacted. But everybody, all the internet sleuths were like, it was definitely Taylor Swift. And then there are other texts where he's referring to Taylor. And you're like, holy shit. He got shaken down by Ryan Reynolds and Taylor Swift. And then he said he was like, and I don't know if I believe this one. But so all this is happening right after the shakedown and everything. He's coming with all these receipts. Then Blake Lively goes, okay, you sue. I filed a complaint. You, Justin Baldoni, sued the New York Times or whatever publication it was. Me and Ryan, we sue you. So now there's a second lawsuit with the complaint of Blake Lively going, that's all bullshit. And then there's a third lawsuit with Justin Baldoni now turning around going like, cool, well, I'm going to sue you guys personally now. So there's multiple lawsuits, complaints, all this stuff being filed. And because there are all these lawsuits, all this stuff is becoming public. And the more you read into it, the more you're like, this is not information we should have. We don't benefit from any of this.
I think
this is all private stuff.
Everyone, because I've read like a lot of legal experts are just like, settle this out of court like now.
You got to stop.
Stop, because somebody is going to have to call somebody a liar. Like some judge or jury is going to have to say one of you was wrong, and that's going to ruin somebody's career. Just settle out of court.
And it's also like, when stuff is made public, not just for a jury, but for everybody to see and read and follow along with, you should be able to say that on some level, the public benefits from it. We should know what's going on. In the case of a crime, it's like if somebody is really committing a crime, okay, now we know this person who we didn't realize before is a criminal. But in stuff like this, where it's just shittiness going back and forth, we don't benefit at all from this except to realize that all these people are horrible. Like everybody involved just seems like a horrible human being. And I'm sitting there going like, why would anybody want to be an actor or make movies? Like, why would you ever want to do this? You want to be famous so bad that you're willing to put yourself through all this? And then she goes, then there was this scene. And I go, oh boy, tell me about this scene, Blake. And she said, there was this scene where the audio was off, because they were going to dub in the sound later, like they were going to play it in slow-mo and put a song in after it. And she said, so we didn't have to be in character. And in my mind, I was like, I feel like even if you're not talking, if you're shooting, you should probably still be in character. You know, you are still acting, but whatever. She said, we didn't have to be in character. And she said, he wasn't in character, and he kissed me, and then he whispered in my ear something about me smelling good. And I was like, well, you were shooting the scene. So you know what Baldoni does? He goes, I'd like to present the raw footage for everyone to see. He's like, here's the scene, here's the raw footage. And again, I'm sitting there going, we don't need to see all of this. And in the footage, not only can you see that clearly this Justin Baldoni character is not trying to sneak a kiss in on, he's not trying to sneak a kiss in this love scene, but also the whole time, the entire time that they're shooting this scene, Blake Lively is making suggestions as to what they should be doing. No, I think we should be talking, you know, I think we should be doing this, I think we should be doing that, I think we should be doing this, I think we should be doing that. Keep in mind, this star that she's making the suggestions to is the director. She's the actor. And she's sitting there as the scene is going on telling the director what we should be doing. That would drive me crazy. I'd be like, lady, I'm the director. What do you mean this is what we should be doing? You don't need to worry about what we should be doing. I gave you a paper with the words on it to say. You just say them. And that's how this whole thing works. I mean, it really comes across when you look at the footage, like clearly she was trying to like take full control of the movie. And then even in the premiere, I guess that's when tension started bubbling over. Blake Lively got herself in the editing room. So she was fully involved in the edit. Apparently the cut that came out in theaters was the Blake Lively approved cut. And then at the premiere, Justin Baldoni and his family and friends watched the movie from the runoff room. And Blake Lively and all the stars walked on the red carpet.
Oh, they got DeSantis?
They got the DeSantis treatment. They were in there with Theo Vaughn falling off chairs.
Oh.
And it's like, I thought you were the director. And he was like, I know.
He didn't get into the premiere?
The runoff.
The runoff.
He was there for the premiere. It was there are photos of him and his family in the runoff room.
Oh.
It's less luxurious for sure.
Yeah.
But it is like been months at this point. And they just keep coming out with new stuff and keep coming out with new texts. One of the texts, like, and this is also why I hate the fact that texts come out in all of these cases now, that people go, well, look at what they said in the text. And you never know. I mean, when you get a text, you don't know if somebody's being sarcastic. It's so hard to read. But there is a text where Blake Lively asks if Justin Baldoni has ever seen the Game of Thrones program. And she says she's the Khaleesi and refers to Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds as her dragons.
She says, I happen to have a few dragons.
Like, how bad do you want, why do you want this movie to come out? At that point, I'd be like, I'm done. I don't want to deal with any of this. How much do we need?
I mean, it was a very anticipated movie.
Yeah, but then, like, didn't it bomb because everybody hated Blake Lively?
I don't know why. I don't know if it bombed or not. I know the book is huge.
People love the book, but
people love this author. Like, I mean, they were super excited that this movie was coming out.
But how to go in and have to deal with a person that ends up with all this? Is it worth it? Now, cool, you made your movie, and many of us, myself included, who have not seen the movie, who will never see the movie, who have no interest in this movie, are now sitting here talking about, you know.
That was a hit. It made $351 million.
All right.
And the budget was $25.
That's $325 million profit right there.
Yeah.
That's a nice chunk of change. All right, I guess I'd deal with this for $300 million. But Blake Lively probably got all of it, right?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
So, yes, so I mean, and every time new information comes out, nothing is stable. There's no like, okay, we got the answer and we're done. It's just more he said, she said, absolute nonsense.
I mean, it's all about the he said, she said.
Well, it's bullshit. It's the he said, she said bullshit. And I don't know who's going to be leaving with the fat lip at the end of the day.
I think both of them. Like, this is like a no-win situation. No, because like, the little that I know, everybody comes off looking bad.
Because I bet there are little truths to everything. And by the way, when you read the text, You are like, I don't know if Justin Baldoni did anything wrong, but he is kind of a douche. Like when you read the text, you're like, oh yeah, they definitely did nice pool about him. You know, like there was one part. I mean, the pettiest stuff. They go like this. They said, Justin Baldoni reached out to this Blake Lively's personal trainer to find out like how much she weighs, because he said, "Ugh, I have a bad back." he said there's a scene in the movie where he has to lift her, but he has a bad back, so he wants to know how much she weighs. And then Ryan Reynolds made him come to the penthouse again. Come over to my house, and Ryan Reynolds yelled at him for saying, "How dare you ask the trainer how much my wife weighs? Delete the scene from the film." And he deletes the scene from the film, and I'm going, why do I know that? Why do I know that any of that happened? What's the point?
I'd be so scared if Ryan Reynolds called me to his penthouse.
Especially to tell Deadpool, like, no, you don't understand. I needed to know her weight because I have a bad back. Don't put this in your movie. Don't put it in. Don't make fun of me in the movie. Let's go to Kramer in Pittsburgh. What's up, Kramer?
Hey, man.
Hey, dude.
You know, I was just sitting around there like last night wondering, I wonder what Sam Roberts' take is on this Hollywood. Who gives a fuck if you're not under 14 years old? Who gives a fuck, Sam?
I know.
You're talking about people you don't know.
I know.
You said you don't know the guy, you don't know the girl, you don't know the movie, you don't know. Why the fuck are you talking about
I don't know. I don't know.
love you, but this is fucking insane.
I know.
Insanity.
I understand. I agree with you. I'm with you. But
please go get some testosterone. Please.
I mean, maybe that's what it is. Maybe
this is fucking ridiculous, my man.
I know. I feel like it sucked me into some weird feminine vortex. And I said I don't know if it was the nice pool thing where they made a character, but I don't know what it was.
Low T?
Maybe low T. Don't know. Where I was like, I'm not.
I mean,
go ahead.
Please have Troy ball check you or something today. You know, go out there and do something with the guys, the fellas. Smoke a cigar,
you know what?
bro.
That is a great point.
Do something fucking heavy. Nobody gives a fuck, dude.
Kramer, you're not wrong, because if I was hanging out with the fellas and one of the fellas goes, "You hear about this Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni thing?" I would look at him like, what? Why would you even bring that up? Like, who could possibly give a fuck?
Could you imagine? I'm 43 years old.
Right.
I walk into the bar and my buddies are shooting pool, drinking some fucking PBRs, and I'm like, "So, man, you guys hear about?" They're gonna be like, "Who the fuck are you even talking about?"
That's right. And I mean, look, but Kramer, I would probably go, I understand. I'm with you. I agree. But let me tell you this story, because I got sucked in, and now I have to share the story. I don't know what to tell you. You're right. However, I got sucked in. You're going to hear about it. You married guy, Kramer?
Sure.
You married guy?
A long-time girlfriend.
Okay, I bet your lady is going to, like, if you come home today and you tell your lady, I don't know about this Blake Lively, you know, she's going to be like, "Oh, my God, we finally have something to talk about."
No, actually, my girlfriend is going to go, "Who in the fuck are you talking about? I don't care. There's bigger things in the world."
That might be true, too. Both. Go ahead.
I actually just saw, I kind of know Blake because I Googled her whenever you started talking about this fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
I just saw Deadpool and Wolverine this weekend because I'm flipping through. I mean, dude, it's negative 10 degrees here in fucking Pittsburgh the last few days. It's horrible. It was negative 16 yesterday. It's not the wind chill bullshit.
Right.
Actual temperature. It's horrible.
Okay, so I think you're a little, but by the way, Kramer, can we both admit you're a little upset about them blaming things on wind chill, and you're
coming in hot.
Well, you're taking a little bit of it out on me, and I think that the anger some of it, I'm entitled to some of it, but other of it might be for the weatherman that's blaming it on the wind chill bullshit.
Right, yeah, and I started this off, one of the first things I said was, "I love you."
I appreciate it. And
just remember that.
We're on the same page. Thank you, Kramer. I think there is.
I like Kramer.
I do too. And I think he's telling the truth. And I think there is equal chance that his lady will be like, oh, that's really interesting that you have a take, and who could possibly give a fuck? Because I have been making that clear.
I don't care.
But yeah, except it's everywhere, no?
It is everywhere. Like, I do see it every single day. And it's one of those stories where like when it first came out, maybe like late December or whatever.
Not even going to read it, right?
I was like, okay, I got the headline. Cool.
Yeah, right.
And then like you see another headline and another headline, and eventually I'm just like, well, I'm so far behind, I'm not even going to figure this out.
I wanted to bring you up to speed. Now do you feel like you're kind of... But here's the thing. Yeah, 'cause here's the thing that is true. After all the story that I just told you, if you said, well, who do you think is right?
I still don't have an opinion.
I don't give a fuck. No. Like, who do you think is right? Justin Baldoni or Blake Lively? I don't care. I don't know.
If I had to take a side?
Like, there's nothing that happened between the two of them that goes like, that warrants me having an opinion on.
Yeah.
Like, there's no thing here. There's nothing. So the idea of like, oh, whose side are you on? There's no side. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
If people in my life, if my friends came to me, people that I've known for years, and said, here's what's going on, I go, why are you telling me all this?
You know who cares?
No.
Hot Dog.
Hot Dog probably has like many takes on this.
He's probably talked to all of his white female friends about this.
That's right. And he's probably mad at me for not having a substantial, this is who's right and this is who's wrong take. And here's what we need to do about this. Jason in Texas.
Sammy, I love you to death.
Thank you.
But I got to say,
okay,
I'm so glad Mike Montone is still on this fucking show.
Right.
So that there's some testosterone coming through. How is it, Sammy, how is it possible that Jimmy left the show and the show became more fucking feminine than before? How is that fucking possible, Sammy?
Listen, Jason, I am not disagreeing with you. However, I do want to state for the record that when I said I went down the Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni rabbit hole, the only one whose eyes lit up was Mike Montone. He went, "Oh,
it's been in the post every fucking day."
Yeah, you're up on this, right?
I don't know who the fuck Justin Baldoni is.
Mike's eyes lit up. The only reason Mike's eyes lit up is because he wants to fuck Blake Lively. That's what a man wants to do. Not because he wants to know about Ryan Reynolds and some fucking man.
Okay, all right, Jason, I'm going to tell you something. And I'm not doing this to tear Mike down.
Why is Jason white knighting Mike?
He loves Mike, and I get it. I love Mike, too. Everybody loves Mike.
Good man, Jason.
I do love Mike.
Mike is idolized in the community. However, I believe, Mike, that you came to me like weeks ago and asked if I was following this Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni thing.
Probably every day.
You're up on this, yes?
I'm not up on it, but I wanted to know if you had been following it.
Because you want to know.
I want to know if who's been following it.
Mike is a newsman. Mike is a newsman.
You see,
from a newsman.
He's twisting this guy.
What
murders? This is.
I thought it was because you wanted to fuck Blake Lively.
You are Jason in Texas is John Gotti's neighbor. That's just going to defend him no matter what. You look like John Kerry on that windsurfer board when they called him a flip flopper.
Keep it up, Jason.
You're a good man, Jason. Thank you.
I love you, boy. Keep up the good work.
Mike Montone loves gossip. What gossip?
What gossip?
He's the best guy around. Brian in New Rochelle.
I have to jump to your defense here. There's nothing wrong with talking about people that you don't know.
Right.
In this kind of a forum, there'd be nothing on the radio. No talk show would have anything to talk about. Do you know Taylor Swift and that quarterback? No.
No, I don't know those
we
guys.
Talk about 30 years ago, did you know, well, not you, you're probably too young, but like Woody Allen and Mia Farrow, everybody was talking about it. Nobody knew them.
I didn't know them.
This is a normal thing.
Right. Thank you, Brian. You're right. Finally. Somebody with a little bit of sense, you know? And if I talk about the people that I know, they get mad at me. So, like, much better to talk about the people that I don't know, you know? Uncle Cliff is coming to me going, why are you bringing me up on the radio talking about my donut thing?
I was just giving you information.
I go, well, I didn't read about the Blake Lively stuff yet.
At least he didn't mention his lice.
Yeah, that's the other, I bring up people that I know, they come in here, they're going to tear the studio down. Remember Nicole?
Oh.
She'd be so relieved that I'm talking about this instead of her disgusting lice.
She's gross.
She's disgusting. Really gross. And she has a toilet phone.
That's right.
She shit on her phone. Did you know that? She drank a big thing of coffee, dropped her phone in the toilet, and shat on it by mistake, and then fished it out before she flushed.
With bare hands?
Yes.
Yeah.
She doesn't have gloves. It's gross.
That's gross.
Anyway, Scott in Worcester.
I was thinking, Sam, since the Satisfying podcast is an utter and complete failure, maybe you could turn it into a celebrity gossip show.
You think I have a future in it?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
This is terrible. When you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
That's good. That's a quote.
All right. I guess you can talk about that movie, but not this movie. Wait till I tell you, by the way, about the gossip between Steve Martin and John Candy on Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. It was crazy. Mike in Westchester?
Dude, you need to stop.
Go ahead.
Because I'm having dinner with my wife, and one of the bullshit entertainment shows comes on, and I just blurt out, "Oh, this is all about Blake Lively trying to take control." My wife is going to start to sob and ask me who I'm fucking on the
I actually know about the story, honey.
Yeah, who are you having an affair with? Do you know this guy Sam Roberts? I do love that idea of feeding a generation of men all the women's information. Steve in Florida.
Hey, good morning, guys. I'll check my balls at the door and add some estrogen to the fire here.
See, people want to do it.
But recently, Blake Lively and her attorneys just came out and said that this Baldoni guy can't be putting out public comments defending himself because they view it as an attack on her. So this poor bastard can't even defend. They're trying to keep him from defending. They're just Me Tooing this fucking guy, and we all know how that works.
They're trying to pull a Ross Ulbricht on him, huh? Well, we'll talk about Ross Ulbricht. Yes, thank you. TJ in Cleveland. What's up, TJ?
Hey, what's up? Just wanted to say everyone is right. This is super gay.
Yeah, okay.
But
That's fair.
could be very fun. Could be Amber Turd Part 2. If Taylor Swift up on that stand, it'll blow that out of the water.
Yeah,
you got the Super Bowl coming up. Blake in the box with her. Could get fun.
I mean, that's to me what this is, right? Because it is. Like, almost everything I just told you is stupid nonsense that we would never have any practice. None of us should have it in our brains. But the idea that A, they made a Deadpool character just to fuck with somebody is funny. We should know that. And B, that Taylor Swift is in a Hollywood mafia with Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Like, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you, TJ. Garrett in Charlotte.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Hey, just want to let you know, man, any story that makes Taylor Swift look anywhere near cunty, I want to hear about it.
Okay.
Keep up the good work.
Okay, appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I do love the idea of a manly man like Garrett and Charlotte going, this Taylor Swift, not as nice as she appears. You hear about this Blake Lively stuff?
It would be fun if the whole facade was ruined for the Swifties.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the ones that are like women in their mid-30s who are still really clinging to it.
Right. If they find out she's a Khaleesi dragon.
Oh, watching all of that just come crashing down would be a delight.
Because of this? Because of all people, anonymous Justin Baldoni? He's the one who takes it all down? Whew.
I think she's a wonderful person who makes dreams come true.
Whose dreams? Blake Lively's? Because she got to write the movie? she got to write and re-edit her movie?
Yeah, just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like the amount of shit I remember that, what's her name? Jenna Ortega?
Oh, yeah.
Took for like suggesting rewrites on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, no, Blake Lively, that's fine. You can do that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what people do.
Yeah. That's totally normal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got a gig. Just do the gig.
Yeah.
That's like, Hollywood is just such a weird place. Like, they're going, hey, if you just act in this movie, just read those words, we'll just give you $1 million. So just
minimum.
Yeah. Yeah. Just go like, all you have to do is the acting part.
If you're just sort of okay, we'll give you $1 million.
Right. And then we'll make you a millionaire. Even though you're already a millionaire, we'll make you another millionaire. You could just have 7 figures. All you have to do is play pretend for a while.
Just do the line.
Yeah, I would never go like, oh, well, why don't you let me write this? And why don't you let me direct it? And why don't you, I'd be like, okay, wait, is there a pay increase? Like if I mean, if you're going to give me another $1 million to rewrite the scene, okay. But if it's just like, yeah, I just want to take control over it for what? Just take the money and play pretend and go home.
Yeah. Go hang out with Ryan Reynolds. He's so cool.
Unless he's Hollywood Mafia-ing you.
It might be.
Yeah, that not letting her not I don't know who's allowed to defend themselves. I don't care. But I really don't.
You're really battling with yourself here.
Because I don't. But
I mean, you just threw your pen down. You're like, I don't care.
Because I don't.
But I'm going to keep talking about it.
Because I have so much information about it. Like, and it is interesting, gossipy stuff. But also, why do we care or know it? Or,
well, you like hot goss.
I have always been a hot goss guy, but I'm also aware that it means nothing to anybody. No. But not being able to defend themselves because they go like, oh no, your evidence that proves that you're innocent, no, that's bad for this other person, so you can't use it, is exactly what they did to this Ross Ulbricht when he was on trial. You guys, I don't know if you've seen the Deep Web documentary that Alex Winters did. Like, I mean, at this point,
it was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
15.
Yeah, 10 years ago, because that's when Ross Ulbricht got sentenced to life without the possibility of parole, because he was the Dread Pirate Roberts in charge of the Silk Road. So the Silk Road, of course, was this website that was on it was on the dark net. You go to the deep web. The dark net is on the deep web, and you access it through a Tor browser. But it's all kept anonymous, and it was big in like the late aughts, early 10s, I think, somewhere around then.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Like 2008 to 2011, something like that. And basically, you could do whatever you want. It was a marketplace where you could sell drugs. They said the only rules that they had, and these were rules that they put in themselves, it was not because it was the law, was that they didn't want anything on the website that would harm innocent people. So they didn't want to use hitmen. They didn't want to use anything like that. No trafficking. No nothing.
No child pornography.
Right. No CP is what they call it. CP. We don't want to get banned from the internet.
All right.
You know. But Chuck Schumer and the politicians, they go crazy because people are just buying, every drug imaginable. They're buying black tar heroin on this website, and it's just getting sent FedEx. They were sending it like in a DVD box. You just get a DVD, and you'd open up the DVD, and it's like, oh, look at all this meth that I bought for myself on the Silk Road.
Well, the government doesn't like when you just shove 2 middle fingers in their faces.
Right. They're like, we have a war on drugs, okay?
Excuse me, we're trying to regulate things here.
But on the Silk Road, they were like, I understand, we're taking the violence out of, the drug trade.
Which they have a point.
And they do. And there was data that came back that they said, like, when the Silk Road was at its peak, there was less violence related to drug crimes.
Which just makes sense.
Of course. Because why would, Troy, if you could just get weed mailed to you FedEx, especially back then. Now everything's, there's more legality to it. But back then, if you could get weed mailed to you by FedEx in a DVD box, wouldn't that be better than following a stranger into the projects of New Orleans and giving him your phone?
Oh, 100%.
Right.
You could just get all that stuff online.
You could avoid all of it.
And you would have a smiley face vision of New Orleans.
Although, Troy trying to figure out a Tor browser would be something. He's just going into drugs.com. I don't understand. So, this was all kept anonymous, and it was also kind of the very early practical uses of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Because that's the only currency that they would use to keep everything as anonymous as it could possibly be. And it was, the whole thing was run by just somebody who used the username Dread Pirate Roberts. And I guess they call themselves that because they love the Princess Bride and Carrie Elwes.
I think it was more Cary Elwes.
More of a Cary Elwes thing. Yeah, I think they almost called themselves whatever his name was in the movie Saw. But they forgot his name. They just knew him as the guy who got trapped in Saw. Cut his leg off. So, but the Dread Pirate Roberts, the whole thing about the Dread Pirate Roberts was that it was a title that was passed down. There was Dread Pirate Roberts just continued to exist. And whenever the current Dread Pirate Roberts in the story, in The Princess Bride, would retire, he would pass the title down to the next person. So the idea of this was that, well, yes, not only was the person running the Silk Road anonymous, but also you don't know if it's always been one person. You don't know if there are multiple Dread Pirate Robertses. You don't know if the current Dread Pirate Roberts is also the one that started the Silk Road or if it had been passed down. It was just the idea that it would always be there and there would always be a Dread Pirate Roberts in charge and it would always be anonymous. It did not stay anonymous at all. No, it did not. Because they got really mad because of all the illegal things.
Who got mad?
The government, the United States government, furious. And so they started tracking it, and they got access to the servers in like Iceland that the Silk Road was on. And they said, even throughout the trial and everything, they said, hey, how'd you get access to those servers? And the government was like, don't even worry about that.
What? I didn't hear you. Can you say that again?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah.
No, we got on the servers.
What? Yeah.
They go, but how did you get access to it? They were like, well, we did get access to it.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway.
Right, but how?
What?
Huh?
No. So the problem is, and people started going, well, if this is like illegal, we should know, don't you think? And they were like, I don't think you need no. I don't think you should.
You mean rules for thee?
Yeah. No, I think that's fine.
Not for me.
I think that's totally. Point is, we got the bad guy.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
He's locked up. Don't worry.
Listen, I think you're paying attention to all these trees. Look at the forest here. We got him. So then they go, okay, they got into the server, and then they were able to log on. They had undercovers, not undercutters, that were on there trying to get drugs for cheaper, but undercover operatives that were there on the Silk Road,
like almost from the jump.
Right, and they were there for a long time, and they started, buying and selling and trying to get data on people. They finally got a guy. And the guy goes, okay, send the drugs to this address. And, these guys are very tricky. So what he did
he was going to facilitate a sale.
Right. And what he did was no. This is not Ross.
Oh, okay. No.
Okay, we're talking about the same guy.
Yeah.
Right. And so what he did was he used his home address.
Send it to my house.
He's like, don't worry about what this address is. Send it right here. And they go, that appears to be a house where you and your family all live together. You 47-year-old man. And he goes, you guys are tricky.
Yeah, because I think the undercover reached out to Dread Pirate Roberts.
Right.
Who then referred him to this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, here's my address.
Here's my home address, and no need for any further questions.
You're not a cop, are you? Because if you are, you gotta tell me. No, sir. No cop here. Cool. Here's my address. Need the social? And so they obviously caught this guy. And he was going to roll over on the Dread Pirate Roberts. So then they said the Dread Pirate Roberts tried to buy a hitman. And then they sent fake dead body photos of this guy. But that's how they got him on that. They were just, at that point, just adding charges to whoever this Dread Pirate Roberts was. Because they were like, okay, now we're going to get him on buying a hitman and trying to get this guy killed and all this stuff. So eventually, they're able to track, they're able to track this guy, Ross Ulbricht, who started this Silk Road, or they say he started the Silk Road, by, they said it was like a simple Google search where they found that he had, in the beginning of the Silk Road, posted a thing going, hey, have any of you guys heard about this Silk Road? Just trying to get the word out there.
Yeah, a little promotion.
But it went back to his Gmail address that was like Ross Ulbricht at Gmail. And they were like, okay, maybe we should look at this Ross Ulbricht guy. They found a ton of fake IDs. They started staking out his house. They questioned him at one point. They were doing all this stuff.
Oh, yeah, they intercepted a package.
Totally.
Of his fake IDs, and then they went to him, and they were like, you know anything about this?
He's like, no.
And they're like, all right, see you later.
Nope. What are those?
Being honest.
I'm going to tell you right now, those IDs are useless. That's not my name.
That's not my name.
So,
that's my face, not my name. Can't use that.
These IDs are completely fake. What am I going to do with these? And so eventually they're, staking out his place, this Ross Ulbricht, and they're chatting with him, going like, hey, we need to buy some drugs, and do violent crimes. And they're waiting for him to respond. They see him leave his house. They see him go into the library to get some Wi-Fi, some free Wi-Fi, because free Wi-Fi is better than regular Wi-Fi. And while he's answering them, while the Silk Road is open on his laptop, the FBI just comes in, grabs him before he can close the thing, which was smart.
Essential.
Yeah, before he can encrypt and close it, they grabbed him, and then somebody's got to hold this laptop now and make sure the thing stays open.
They got to mouse it every 15 minutes.
Right, so that nothing happens.
It doesn't go to sleep.
They're like, don't worry, we'll touch it every 15 minutes. Ha, what you don't know is I've set it for 10 minutes. I've got you. And so they lock him up. They got him. And they said they found a journal, too. They found like Bitcoin, they could trace his Bitcoin because they had his computer, and they found a journal that was on the computer that was had all the history of when he started it, how long he was running it, which if you're doing illegal things, don't journal. Well, I don't know why anybody journals to begin with.
They just like to diary.
Why? That's what they said. Remember in that Facebook movie? They were like, hey, we're all going to sue Mark Zuckerberg, and some of the evidence is going to be his journaling. Stop journaling.
People don't want to forget the good times.
Then remember it. Just use your brain. Lock it in.
It's easy to forget. You know how many times things are brought up to me about things that happened on this show or iterations of this show 15 years ago that I completely forgot about?
Remember when Sam insisted on rambling on for 20 minutes about Justin Baldoni?
Yes. I'm going to block that from my memory, but if I journal it, I'll remember.
Yeah. No, don't journal. Do you journal for real?
No.
No. Who's got the time?
No.
That's the other thing. If you're so busy, who's got the time to journal?
Godzilla's in Fortnite. I don't have the time.
Godzilla's in Fortnite?
It's so dope.
Now that's something worth journaling about. You don't journal, right, Troy?
No. Troy seems like the kind of guy who might journal.
No.
Troy would only journal feelings, though, not what he's doing.
Isn't that what journaling's about?
Well, this guy's journaling like, hey, guess what? I started this illegal website.
Like, Dear Diary, I really think Troy hurt my feelings today. That's what I would do.
No, they said Ross Ulbricht's diary was like, Dear Diary, here's a list of all the crimes I'm doing.
Today I made $1 million.
Yeah, I made all this money doing things illegal. Hope they don't use this in court, LOL. No, it's...
But didn't you say that wasn't his journal? Or you can't prove that was my journal?
He said, yeah. He was like, so he's sitting there in jail. He's in jail for a year before his trial. And what do you say?
For a while.
Yeah. And basically, they came up with the defense, which is number one, a lot of the stuff that you're charging him for, you can't prove that was the Dread Pirate Roberts, that he was him, because there are a lot of people that say there were multiples. Number two,
multiple people using the same account. Roberts account.
Yes, correct. Number two, not his journal. You can't prove it is, and it's not. And number three, how did you get into the server?
Huh?
And they were like, well, number three, we're not going to address.
Let's do number three last.
Yeah. And so then what they said was they went to the judge, and they were like, since we're not addressing number three, is it cool if we also don't address 1 and 2?
Judge was like, yeah, sure.
And the judge was like, yeah.
Whatever gets us out before Christmas.
Well, exactly. Let's take it all off. Yeah. In this, and it was so funny because you watch, right? And they're like, we need experts to come in and explain how this very clearly could not be him and how all the technology works. And the judge decides...
Right, like how it is so difficult to actually prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, which is what you're supposed to do in court, that this was his.
Because it's 2014, 2015 when this trial is happening.
So you need experts to tell you how to do that.
And you're talking to a jury about the dark net and the deep web and Bitcoin and all of this stuff. To talk to me about it, I would need expert witnesses. I mean, the OJ jury was like DNA schmeana. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. So, I mean, you can imagine trying to explain this to a jury. But the judge said that we don't need witnesses. We don't need expert witnesses in this.
We don't need special...
Yeah, we don't. The jury does not need experts. Did he sell the drugs or not? And they're like, well, the evidence that he may not have is based on the expert. The judge is like, blah, 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 blah.
Boring.
Right. So he goes, yeah, we're not doing that. Okay. Well, we're not doing that. And then the defense goes, all right, well, then I guess that's it for the defense. And the jury goes, oh, okay, well, there wasn't much of a defense, so that's easy. Guilty of everything. Jail forever.
2 life sentences.
Yeah. No parole.
No parole.
You'll just be in jail forever. And the mom has had to teach herself how to know anything. I can't imagine if I got arrested for Bitcoin and dark web stuff, my poor mother having to figure out how to do the dark web or explain it to anybody. How do you know your son's innocent? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
I have some of his hair.
Yeah. He's just. I'm just saying he's a nice boy.
Yeah, he's a good boy. Please let him go.
I mean, I was bootlegging VHS tapes, and I don't think my parents understood the technology. I could so you're attaching 2 VCRs together? I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell that my parents would be able to come to my defense if I was in charge of the Silk Road. Wait, what? How is it okay that you were selling drugs? I go, no. That's not the point. Okay. And what website is this? Well, it's not really like a traditional website. I got my Chrome open. Yeah, no, you can't use Chrome. Forget it. Just rot in jail. I don't want to even deal with this. But the mom has been out there leading the charge on bringing awareness to the fact that this was not, at the very least, the trial was not a fair trial.
And it didn't appear to be. Now, I know that the documentary that we've all watched is
incredibly skewed.
Yes, it's very pro Ross, but I also haven't heard or read much from the other side saying no, he should be in jail for 2 lifetimes.
Yeah, it's more just he should be in jail because the Silk Road is bad.
Yeah.
And, and that's it. But yeah, the idea, and he was 29 years old when they got him. So it's not like a life sentence for, let's be honest.
Yeah, you're not like an 80-year-old mafia guy that goes away for life.
If Troy got a life sentence, you know what I would do to make you feel better?
What's that?
I would visit Troy in jail and go he's like, I'm in here for life, dude. And I go, yeah, but perspective. It's
you're pretty much almost there.
Right. It's not like you're 20-something. You got you lived your life.
You're in the senior wing.
For all intents and purposes.
You done it.
You got to live your life. So it's more just, the autumn's in here. That's fine. But yeah, so this has been something that advocates have been fighting for a long time, and it's not so much, Ross didn't sell any drugs. That's not ever been the argument. It's more the trial wasn't fair, and how did they get in the servers?
Huh?
What are you talking about these servers for?
We already did the trial.
Yeah, why do you keep talking about the servers? So I say all that to say that the word came out, I think yesterday, or
2 days ago.
Yeah, that Ross Ulbricht was pardoned.
Yeah,
Trump has pardoned Ross Ulbricht. I had no idea. Apparently, there is 60 hours of interview footage. He's been doing interviews from jail to work on another documentary. Is that also a Bill and Ted production?
No, this is the guys who did the Console Wars documentary.
That's fucked up.
That Alex Winter didn't get.
Yeah. Not only because Alex Winter, who
really put it on the map.
Either Bill or Ted.
One of them.
Right. The blonde one.
Socrates.
Right. With the hot stepmom.
Yeah.
He directed this, and it was a great documentary, and he put it on the map and everything, and that he really wanted it to do well, because you know who he got to be the narrator?
John Wick.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Okay? And I don't think he did it because it's John Wick.
Oh.
It was a Bill and Ted reunion. Technically, this is part of the Bill and Ted cinematic universe. It goes Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, Deep Web, the documentary, and then that remake that they did as adults, whatever it's called.
The BTCU.
That's right, the Bill and Ted cinematic universe. Right. So he's not doing it with Alex Winter.
No. And apparently, from what I was reading, this was kind of expected.
The pardon from Trump?
Yeah. I
wonder why.
He has a Twitter account that is run by his wife. He dictates to his wife what to tweet. And he was thanking everybody when Trump got elected, thank you for voting for him on my behalf. Because I think the expectation was, since he's libertarian and the libertarian Trump has been good to the libertarians.
Right.
And he's been very crypto-friendly, that the expectation was if Trump was to get into office, he was going to be pardoned.
And that the Silk Road comes back, but instead of Bitcoin, they're using Trump coin.
Yeah, or Melania.
Or Melania. You can use Melania as well.
Yeah. It's like some places in Canada you can use American currency.
Well, I actually think that Trump and Melania are the onesie and twosies, or whatever.
The loonies and toonies?
The loonies and toonies, yeah.
And what's the change? The
bishop?
Yeah, the bishop.
The bishop's coin? Yeah. Those are the pennies. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so...
there's 60 hours of like interviews, and they haven't said when it's going to be released, but they're working on it.
Is he out of...
Oh, yeah, he's out. There was a photo of him that came out yesterday of him like walking out.
How's he doing?
He looks good. Hang on.
Does he want to do the show?
Like your show?
Yeah.
I mean, I can ask.
Yeah. See if you can get him on.
I'll DM him.
Yeah, see. Yeah, if he's got a Twitter account, now he's checking.
Yeah.
He's pretty psyched, huh?
Yeah. He looks good. He's carrying a little plant.
Look at that.
Yeah.
He didn't lose any hair. He didn't get any teeth knocked out.
No.
He did really well in jail. Remember that guy in the Staircase documentary, how poorly he did when he was in jail?
Horrible.
Remember that guy in the Staircase documentary who pushed his wife down the stairs?
Maybe.
It was either that or an owl attacked her.
You mean the possibly homosexual guy who pushed his wife down the stairs?
He had sex with a couple guys. I don't know why you would make that declaration. Like,
I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page.
He loved his wife.
Loved.
And had sex with dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And didn't have sex with his wife.
It's fine.
That's normal.
That's normal to some people.
Yeah. The type of people whose wives get attacked by owls on the top of a staircase. But I remember in that documentary that guy went into jail and they went back and visited him like 2 weeks later, and it looked like he had aged 50 years. Like, he looked horrible. He couldn't walk upstairs anymore. Like, I don't know what they were doing to that dude.
Look, some people don't age well. Look at me.
I get you do. You know what?
I'm 29.
Wow.
What?
You look like the guy in the Staircase after he went to jail.
Yeah. No. Russ doesn't look a day over 30. He's 40.
He really does look exactly like he looks better than when he went in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe the drug traffickers like kind of respected what he was doing.
I doubt he had much problem in jail.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know what jail he was in, but he may have been in a very low, not like low security,
but not for violent offenders.
Right. Yes.
And he's clearly not a judgmental person. He sells people heroin.
Well, I don't know if he sells it.
Facilitates it.
He facilitates the sale. He gives he gives them a marketplace.
Allegedly and found guilty of.
Yes.
Allegedly. Accused of and found guilty of.
I wonder how much money he's got.
In Bitcoins?
Like hidden away.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Because there's no way they got it.
And you can have more than one wallet.
Yeah, that's what I would have, I would said, look, I'm going to be honest. This Silk Road thing, I was basically breaking even on. I really didn't make much of a profit, so unfortunately, I don't have any wallet codes to give you.
And, you know, the Bitcoin you found on my laptop, that's all I had.
Yeah. So now that I'm pardoned, I can leave the country, yes?
I'm free to go anywhere, right?
Right. Switzerland is fine?
Yeah, I do wonder how much he secretly has lying around.
Yeah. It's like, Mom, we got to go now.
Let's go.
We got a lot of money.
What about Dad?
Dad can come, but he seemed a little like...
You did the helping. You did the heavy lifting.
Yeah, even in the doc, the dad was like, you know, she's got to deal with the media. It's like, well, you could
he was kind of like along for the ride.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, that seems tough to me. It's like, well, you could have done some.
And she was at all those rallies and like speaking engagements.
She was iconic.
Yeah.
Still is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next. And if he does he's got to do an interview with somebody, right?
Oh, I'm sure every single network is, throwing themselves at him.
I wonder if the, like, FBI people or the cops or all, like, the people who got him are like, oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, boy.
Or maybe, it's just another case to them. Like,
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Although this is one that people really spent a lot of time on.
Oh, yeah. Years.
But, yeah, I don't know. Maybe when you work in that field, you kind of have to just do the job and then boom.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know.
Be out the door.
Yeah.
Let's go to Orlando and Houston. What's up, Orlando?
I know you're talking about Taylor Swift strong arming that director. What if she does the same with some of these NFL referees? That's why Kansas City keeps getting all their calls their way.
I think that's a great call. I think that the idea that some of those referees got called up to the penthouse going like, I'm pretty sure that every other team is doing a lot of bad stuff.
I think it's just Mahomes being a baby.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
All right.
We might have a connection to the console war guys.
Oh.
It'd be great if we could get them on to talk about these interviews.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was just saying, I'm really glad they're not going with Alex Winters.
You are?
For this follow. Yeah. I thought, because I said, and I think I said this on the air, I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I said,
if you didn't, I'll make sure you did.
Yeah, that the console war guys should do the follow-up. I said that a while back. So
I do remember that.
Yeah, that the console war guys are the. By the way, that console wars doc is, without joking around,
really good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
We praise our new alien lords. Mark in Texas.
Big Sammy Brand Muffins, how art thou?
I'm great.
Hey, listen, on Tuesday, the Bonfire had a guest host subbing in for Big J, who's doing his comedy on a boat.
Oh.
Well, and during their pre-record, the guest showed up, which prompted Jim McClure to call Christine Evans to his office and change standard operating procedure about guest hosts. From now on, all guest hosts have to be provided on a list 2 weeks in advance. Do you know who that guest was?
No. This is juicy.
Jim Norton.
Really?
Jim Norton.
Has the show aired?
No, it's going to air tonight at 5 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Central.
Does that mean we can get him on the morning show?
Maybe.
Jim,
I can reach out to his people.
Jim, well,
I'll see if the talent department.
So yeah, Jimmy
on the Bonfire tonight.
Yes.
Tonight, yes, indeed.
That's great. All right, awesome.
Check it out, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah,
have a good one, dude. Take care.
I'm gonna try to get him on the morning show. I'm gonna hit little Jimmy up.
We might be busy.
Are you speaking for McClure?
Yeah.
Dan in Iowa City.
Sam Brand Muffin.
What's up, bud?
So you were talking about the possibility of the former officers and investigators who worked on that Silk Road case and on Ulbricht coming forward and doing interviews. And I don't know if you read the book about this guy, written by that guy who did like those documentaries and a bunch of interviews with you guys.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of the former investigators through the Secret Service and DEA have either resigned out of shame or been complicit with crimes for stealing Bitcoin from the guys they've investigated, drugs, things like that. So I don't know how many guys are going to come forward. There's a lot of dirty laundry with this whole case.
I did read that some of the people involved in the case had millions of dollars in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I read that too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So we may be just getting to the surface of this thing.
Yes, sir. Thanks for taking my call. Bye.
Thank you, Dan. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if that all.
He had $18 billion in Bitcoin.
$18 billion.
Yeah.
Did they take it from him?
Yeah.
And who got it?
They sold it.
To whom?
Whoever wanted it.
And what'd they do with the cash?
The government?
Yeah.
Probably something good for us. Probably fixed roads, bridges.
I feel like with the $18 billion, they probably.
No, they didn't get $18 billion for it.
What'd they get?
That's $18 billion, today's value.
Oh, they should have held then. Diamond hands.
This says that they auctioned off his Bitcoins for $334 each.
What?
Well, maybe that's what it was worth in 2015 or 2016. I don't know.
Why would you auction Bitcoin?
Oh,
it's currency. Just
this is behind a paywall, so I can't read why.
Cash it in.
No, you can't have it anymore.
No, okay. No, we auctioned that.
They said you're in prison for 2 life terms. You don't need it.
Don't worry, you won't need it. Can I have it for my canteen? No. It's gone.
No.
We auctioned it.
But
did you auction it or keep it? I don't know.
I want honey buns.
Anyway, how'd you get into that server? Stop with the questions. I think your time's up on this phone call. Did they just announce the Oscar nominations?
They're announcing them right now. I don't know if they're done.
I just got word that our pal Sean Baker got 6 Oscar nominations.
Excellent. Yeah, here we go.
Screenplay, editing, directing, Best Picture. Mikey Madison got one for Best Actress.
And what's-his-face got one for Best Actor in a Supporting Role.
The Russian guy?
Yeah.
It was so fun seeing that guy at the Golden Globes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was like, look, this is the guy.
And he's apparently a very big deal in Russia.
Yes, we're talking about the movie Anora that Sean Baker was in here last month or whatever it was promoting. What are the best pictures?
Let's see.
Is it It Ends With Us? Or whatever that movie?
Best Picture. Okay, so they do 10 now, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2.
2 for Timmy?
2 for Timmy.
That's sick.
I'd give them all of them if I could.
Yeah, me too.
Amelia Perez.
Why do they keep doing that to Amelia Perez?
I don't know, man.
They love Amelia Perez.
It looks so bad.
I mean, and I don't know, because I'm telling you right now, I'm not watching this Amelia Perez.
No, I'm never watching it.
But also, I told you before, I am not getting to the bottom of Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. So maybe I watch Amelia Perez,
all right, keep
and
it
maybe I come on here and insist on spending a half hour bending your ears about it.
I'm Still Here.
I'm Still Here.
That's actually the only one I'm not familiar with.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Who's in it? Justin Baldoni?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't know any of these people.
Well, whatever.
Okay. I'm Still Here. Nickel Boys, which I've heard is incredible.
There's a story of Nickelback, right?
Yes, but when they were kids.
Yeah.
They were Nickel Boy.
Well, the Nickel Boys, they started a band. Chad Kroeger and the boys, they called them the Nickel Boys growing up.
Wicked.
For Best Picture?
For Best Picture. People love Wicked.
All right.
People love Wicked. I'm probably going to watch that soon. I saw it's on Plex.
I mean, well, first of all, it's illegal. Second of all, okay, what's the last one?
The Substance.
Good thing I let you finish, because I was about to say, you nominating The Wicked and not The Substance? But you did.
So my favorite movies are on there.
What are your favorite movies?
Of this year that I've seen so far?
Yeah.
The Substance and Anora.
Those are good picks.
Yeah. Those would be my top 2, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean Baker got directing.
That's great. Good for Sean. I got to see that Brutalist.
Yeah. I want to see all the AI that they did.
People, I mean, keep getting mad about AI. It ain't going anywhere. You know,
Demi Moore got Best Actress.
She did?
Good for her. That's awesome. So did Mikey Madison.
Demi Moore is really good in that movie. The Substance.
She's great.
Did what's her name? Margot Qualley, is that her name?
Yeah, for director?
No. Qualley is in The Substance. She's the young girl.
Oh, right. Supporting, I guess she would be. Let me see. No.
Bullshit.
No, she did not.
Horse shit. They giving anything to my man Dennis Quaid for that one?
actor in a supporting role?
Yeah, I was glad to see Dennis Quaid get a little shine in The Substance. It's been a while since he had a big one.
Nope.
Okay.
Although Jeremy Strong and Kieran Culkin are going at it in supporting.
Oh boy, is Jeremy Strong going to wear another ridiculous outfit? What color bucket hat is he going to wear to the Oscars?
You know why he was apparently wearing that hat? Because he's filming, I think, the Bruce Springsteen movie.
Yeah.
With what's his face from The Bear?
Paul Walter Hauser?
No. And I guess he didn't want people to see his hair because he's got like a wild haircut or something because of his role.
That would be why you wear a hat, not that hat.
He's an idiot.
Like that hat, he wore at the Golden Globes like a green AstroTurf bucket hat and a suit to match it. It looked ridiculous.
You could tell Kieran Culkin thought he looked ridiculous.
Of course. Well, I had to hide my hair. That doesn't explain anything. You could have worn a smart fedora hiding your hair. It'd be like Hulk Hogan going like, why do you always have to wear a bandana? He's like, well, I want to hide my hair. Oh, all right.
But that's why.
Sure, that makes sense. Perfect.
That's the truth.
That's the only thing you could hide it with.
I want to hide my no hair.
Right.
So yeah, shout out Sean Baker.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I hope he wins something.
Yeah.
It'd be so sick.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah. And it was a great movie, Anora.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah. All this nonsense between Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively and no nominations.
No, not a single one.
Nothing.
No. Let me do a quick find on page. What's the movie called?
I
It
don't
ends
know.
with us. Ends. Nope, 0.
This Is Us? I don't know.
This is. Oh yeah. Us?
People seem to like it. Us?
No, nothing.
All right. Well,
not a single nomination.
Oh yeah, and I already see everybody's talking about Demi Moore. Demi Moore is like this is the comeback. Everybody,
This is her moment.
Yes, everybody loves like somebody blowing up.
I don't even know if it's like a comeback. It's more of a. I feel like it's somebody finally getting her flowers.
Well, I mean,
she never really went anywhere.
Yeah,
she just
but
does
she wasn't an
movies.
it girl. She was an it girl.
Yeah,
she was everywhere. She was the most famous person, and then she wasn't. She was still like, okay, we know who Demi Moore
but
is.
she was always acting.
But not in big things.
No, because she wasn't a serious. She wasn't considered to be a serious actor. She wasn't You heard when I said she wasn't considered to be a serious actor.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
it was like big star. Okay, still working. Back to big star.
Married to Bruce Willis.
That you know what she did?
Which is super cool.
Married Kuchar.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
Went to the Diddy parties with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah. She got out of that though.
Oh yeah, she did, and she's a hero for that.
I'm psyched for her.
She was turning into. I'll bet there was like metaphorically. She probably felt like Ashton Kutcher was feeding off of her body, like in the movie The Substance. She could probably feel herself turning into old, scary Demi Moore from The Substance.
No,
hanging out
honey,
with.
you can't go. It's my week.
Go into the secret room in the bathroom. I'll be back soon. All right.
Such a good movie.
It's so good. If you haven't seen The Substance, that one's awesome. Okay, without me saying we shouldn't even be talking about this, but we're going to anyway, watch The Substance. It's fantastic. We got a lot to talk about, though. There's an update. Remember we were talking about the man who wants to live forever?
Yeah.
Brian Johnson?
Yeah.
There's a very important update on Brian Johnson, and it does explain why his last name is Johnson. So stay there. We'll be right back.
We will be right back with Sam Roberts Show. We are back with Sam Roberts Show.
Class of 2025. Ichiro. Who else is in the class?
CeCe Sabathia.
Yeah, CeCe I saw.
And what's his face?
That's right. Yeah. All going to Cooperstown.
Billy Wagner.
Billy Wagner. I think, yeah, for
in
me.
on his 10th try.
Just let these guys in.
Well,
why are you being so picky?
I mean, I kind of see it the other way, where like if it takes you 10 tries, like you probably shouldn't be in.
Poor Billy Wagner.
I mean, he has good numbers.
Well, isn't that way? I mean, what else do you need to get into the Hall of Fame?
Great numbers.
Oh. Well, how come his numbers were like not quite good enough to get in? If it's just based on the numbers,
He's a really good reliever.
but his numbers get better.
No,
I mean, there's
no, and that's why I personally think if it takes that long, you probably shouldn't be in.
Well, why would you say no 1 year and yes another year? Is it because there's a limited number of spots per year?
You can. So the Baseball Writers of America you can only vote for a certain amount of people a year.
More like the Dick Riders of America.
Whoa! I didn't know this was an Excel channel.
You know what I'm saying, Mike? Oh yeah,
especially for those guys.
Oh yeah,
they have a bit of a reputation.
Okay.
You can only vote for a certain amount of players per year. Certain people have different standards, you know.
It's one of those groups that they add in a whole bunch of rules.
They're the biggest fucking wieners on the planet.
That's it. They have a whole bunch of rules to make it more prestigious. No, actually, there's a bylaw that prohibits that. There's a bylaw that doesn't allow it. If they want a plaque in Cooperstown, New York, they're going to need to follow these rules.
But, you know, he has very, very good numbers. But I wouldn't look at him and be like, oh, he's a Hall of Famer.
Poor guy.
But as time goes on, you know, people start to feel bad, or people start.
That's why he's in the Hall of Fame, because people are like,
some
poor
people
guy.
Some people will just give him a vote. Other times there are not a ton of, you know, excellent players on the ballot, so people will just, you know.
So CeCe and Ichiro are kind of looking at him going like, I mean.
CeCe, I'm actually kind of surprised he was first ballot.
Why? He's great.
He is great, but I kind of didn't think he would get in on his first try. Ichiro, I mean, was a no-brainer. Like, he's the
Not for everybody.
Maybe nope.
It wasn't unanimous.
Not for everybody. Nope.
I did read a tweet this morning, just randomly went out that said, "Good morning to everybody except the one guy who voted against Ichiro going into the Hall of Fame." They're trying to. So yeah, that's how it went. I believe for Ichiro, it was everybody except one person. One person went, nah, not this year.
One person.
And everybody else. The statistics on this guy are incredible. I watched, or I saw some list of, what is it, the 3,000 hit club? Is that the big, yeah, and it said like the amount of hits that the people in the 3,000 hit club had before they were 26. I believe that was the statistic that I saw. And it was like, you know, everybody on the list, some of them had 1,000 before they were 26. CC, I'm sorry, not CC. CC rules though. But Ichiro, 0 before 26.
Well, yeah, because
he
didn't come into the league until he was 27.
And the fact that at 27 he comes in, which for a lot of people it's like, oh, okay, you know, we're starting to see some wear and tear. At 27 he comes in and is still able to be a legend.
I think the most impressive stat, and I've seen it on a few like Instagram reels because I've got a great algorithm, is that in his 10th at bat, he raised his lifetime average to 300, and it never went below that for the rest of his career.
And that was his 10th at bat.
10th at bat.
All you have in front of you is time to blow that.
No, he's incredible. And he played till he was, 43, 44?
Yeah, he played forever.
Mm-hmm. No, he's great. Yeah.
But one guy was like...
So he joins Derek Jeter as missing by 1.
That's right, I forgot. One person said Derek Jeter. And Ken Griffey Jr.? 3 people said no to Ken Griffey Jr.?
Griffey missed by 3. Seaver missed by 5. Nolan Ryan missed by 6.
Who's not...
And Ripken missed by 8.
One of those was me for Ripken.
I don't think you're allowed to vote.
I did a mail-in.
Mariano Rivera remains the only 100%.
I mean, how do any of these guys have less than 100%?
Yeah.
Like, how do you justify saying no to anybody on that list?
Yeah.
Except Cal Ripken.
Well,
he was always very overrated.
I think you're being a little... bias, and you're trying to get under my skin.
You think so?
I think.
You think I'm not saying that out of any sort of... I'm just saying a negative thing because you like a guy?
Because he got the perfect attendance award?
Some people say that is the most impressive record in all of sport. You think it's attendance?
They give it to you at the assembly at the end of the year?
Right, and then you throw garbage at that kid.
Of course.
Because it's like sick days are the best.
He did a lot more than that.
What? Just be there?
3,000 hits.
It would be funny if he was at every game, if he played every game, but he was not great. You know what I mean? Like,
they just okay.
He just was like, "Can you just not bench me? I'm really trying to get a record. I just want something.
I just want one record.
We really need to bench you. You're not that good. Oh, come on, dude. Just let me get. I need one at bat. That's it." Yeah, it's stupid. They should find out who's voting against people like that.
Unfortunately, it's unanimous or
anonymous.
Anonymous, yeah.
Why?
Unless he wants to come forward.
He should come forward. If you're
I'll guarantee you, if he comes forward, he did this to be the guy.
He wanted it. No, you guys haven't considered it.
And he's going to put out his think piece of why I didn't vote for Ichiro.
I hope he does, and I hope people find out exactly who he is, and I hope that they don't support him. I hope they're very mean to him. I hope they send him nasty comments. I hope he puts out a Substack, and his Substack is, here's why I didn't vote for Ichiro, and the Substack gets inundated with nasty and negative comments. That's what I hope. And I know that goes a little far for some people. But for me, I think it's justified.
I get it.
Do you think it could be the same guy?
As Jeter?
As Jeter.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know.
Do you think he also didn't vote for Nolan Ryan if he's been there for... And do they get to... If they're in the baseball writers, do they get to stay there forever? Meaning, like, do they just get to vote for Hall of Fame classes until they're...
That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. I would assume as long as you're still an active writer, you do.
Because I would love to know if he also didn't vote for Ken Griffey Jr. He was one of the guys that didn't vote for Nolan Ryan.
I mean, there are reasons that people give. I don't agree with them, but people will say, like, well, Babe Ruth didn't get a unanimous vote, so nobody should.
That's stupid.
There's people who say, like, well, I know Ichiro's getting in, so I'm going to use my 10 votes on other people to keep them on the ballot, because you need a certain amount of votes to stay on the ballot every year.
It's dumb.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm telling you their reasonings.
First reason, well, Babe Ruth didn't get it, so nobody should get it, is those are people who think, it's a good idea to continue a cycle of abuse.
Yeah.
I was abused as a child, therefore I will continue this because I'm pretty great.
People were dumb back then, so let's stay dumb.
Let's keep being dumb because I love Babe Ruth so much. And then the other people who are like, wow, I got to keep these guys on the ballot. If they can't make the ballot, they can't make the ballot, dude.
That's why I'm saying that maybe Billy Wagner shouldn't be on there if it's taking him 10 years to get
in. Poor Billy.
I'm sorry.
By the way, speaking of dumb people and Babe Ruth, there's this tunnel that goes under the Bronx River Parkway in Westchester.
Uh-huh.
And it's literally, the tunnel is the size of only one car.
Okay.
Like one car can get through this tunnel. And they literally built it. And this is true. You can look it up. They literally built it so that Babe Ruth could get to the stadium easier.
Oh, really?
Like that's the history behind it. Except
the Babe's shortcut?
Yeah, that's it. Except what takes all the charm away from it is it is still used for two-way traffic.
Oh.
And there are so many. You see how small it is.
Right, so you kind of have to, somebody's got to stop.
It's also, not only does somebody have to stop, you have to know the traffic pattern before you go in.
Right.
But it's also the perfect sized hole to get a U-Haul stuck in. The Babe's tunnel has U-Hauls and like school buses. School buses get stuck in that thing all the time.
Why are school buses getting stuck in it? Shouldn't they know their route?
You would think so. I don't know what a school bus is doing getting on the Bronx River anyway. I would imagine it's probably a guy's first day. He's like, oh, am I supposed to turn this way? Okay, let me just go through that tunnel and turn around. Then the school bus gets stuck.
Oh, it was by a golf club?
Yes.
And so this was a shortcut for him to drive to Yankee Stadium after playing golf.
Right, because it gets right on the Bronx River Parkway.
Okay.
And then goes right up the road. So yeah, I mean, well, he didn't get a unanimous vote in the Hall of Fame. They literally built a tunnel so he could go to the stadium. Babe Ruth was fine. He was fine. Yeah, you can see that guy standing up there? That's how small the tunnel is.
What a dork.
He is a nerd.
Oh,
Babe Ruth.
Never mind, it's David Wells.
Oh, David Wells. Sorry.
He loves Babe Ruth.
Well, listen.
He wore Babe's hat when he threw that perfect game.
I understand, but he shouldn't have worn a polo tucked into a pair of cargo shorts. We wouldn't have said he was a dork. David Wells rules. That's my mistake.
I didn't know that was him.
Me neither. I didn't realize. He's the man.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can absolutely, there are accounts that now follow that tunnel to find like U-Hauls and school buses getting stuck in it.
Oh, there's one.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Whoops.
That's the best, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell, you can see that new brick, it's something fucked it all up.
Oh, yeah, it's getting fucked up all the time. And he's just sitting there like, wow, I'm stuck in here. And now all the two-way traffic, because, like I said, it's literally on a parkway. So it's an exit off the parkway.
Okay.
So people try to get home from work. They're coming from the city. They try to get off the parkway, go through the tiny Babe Ruth tunnel. And there's a big, giant school bus just stuck in it.
All right, I just got a text from somebody.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to say who it was from.
Okay.
But this person says, I got stuck in it leaving a golf outing at Leawood Country Club drunk. I'm not going to tell you who it was.
Okay. Is a man
who
drinks, loves to play golf, kind of a douche?
I'm not saying that.
But if I said kind of a douche,
I can't sue you for slander.
Okay. Has he been in my house?
Yeah. You can ask his wife about it later.
Yep. Biggins got stuck in it, huh? Oh, Matt Biggins.
Drunk.
Oh, that sucks. Because if you're drunk, stuck in the Babe Ruth tunnel, you got to get sobered up before the cops come.
And what are you driving to get stuck in it?
What was he driving? Yeah, I mean, that can, like, an SUV can fit through it.
Yeah, he has like a regular car.
Well, I got drunk and stole a school bus. What do you want me to tell you?
What an idiot. If that's who you're talking about, I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible, and that's like a character that we're saying.
Yeah,
I wish he had texted me when that would have happened. I would have called and just watched.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah, I would have driven right there and been like, "I got to see this."
I don't know if you're free, but
I'm stuck in this tunnel.
I'm stuck in a tunnel, and I'm drunk.
I'll be. Hello. You just hear my tires going. Patrick in Colorado. What's up, Patrick?
All right, I got two things for you. One, Ichiro Suzuki just got inducted into the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame last weekend.
Right.
He got 92.8% of the votes in Japan.
What is wrong?
Why do
they have to be different? Everybody has to be different. Well, I got to prove why I'm on the committee because I see things that the others don't. It's stupid.
And also, when is Jim Abbott going to get on the ballot? What the hell? Who's got one arm?
How is Jim Abbott not in the Hall of Fame, Travis?
I would love... Let me see how many votes he's got. I mean, because this was forever ago.
Yeah.
He was probably on and off in one 2005 Hall of Fame voting. Okay.
Why isn't he back on the ballot what?
Because you need a certain amount.
Oh, with the amounts. He should get double.
He got 13 votes.
How many do you need?
You need 5% to stay on the ballot, and he got 2.5%.
These fucking assholes.
Matt says he hit another car. I mean the guy.
Right.
I can't dump out the buttons all the way over there.
Unfortunately.
The guy who got stuck in the tunnel says I hit another car, gave them $300 and fled.
That was smart. I mean, it is real easy to get in an accident there. How's 300 cash sound? I'm going to tell you right now, I'd like you to take the 300 cash. I'm in no position to negotiate.
He probably could have gotten more than 300.
Easy. If somebody in that state
starts at 300.
Matt Biggins was like, I'm going to give you 300 cash and we can forget about this. I go, it'd be easier to forget with 400. By the way, how much is in your pocket right now? Because that would really make it easy to forget. It's a tough tunnel, man. The Babe really made everybody think that anybody could go through it.
I guess so.
There's accidents all the time. Like, the fact that it's still an operating thing makes no sense whatsoever. How did only 2% of the people vote for Jim Abbott for the Hall of Fame?
2.5.
Why wouldn't you just put him in? He's got one hand.
It was a big year. That's the year that Wade Boggs and Ryan Sandberg got in.
I put him in over Ryan Sandberg. Not Boggs. Boggs rules.
You'd put him in over Ryan Sandberg?
Hell yeah.
Wow.
How many hands does Ryan Sandberg have?
2.
How about Jim Abbott?
Jim Abbott, let me check. He has 1.
What's the best he ever did pitching a game?
No hitter.
Okay, so then come on. What are we talking about?
And that's when he had one hand.
They literally should have put him in to the Hall of Fame that day.
Unfortunately, his career record was 87 and 108. So when you have a losing record, you usually don't get in.
With one hand. Okay?
That's true.
They put steroid guys in the Hall of Fame.
2 hits.
2 hits? By the way, a guy with one hand.
3 RBIs.
A guy with one hand getting 2 hits.
As a pitcher. You're not even supposed to know how to hit.
A pitcher with one hand getting 2 hits. I mean, that's basically Ichiro. Basically. Okay? That's one of these feats that you will tell for generations.
Well, unfortunately, he needed 13 other people to agree with that.
Our rules are very rigid.
I mean, 5% is really, low to begin with.
Well, yeah, but if you're dealing with the type of people that only 2.5% think Jim Abbott should be in the Hall of Fame, you should just fire everybody. Give up on the Hall of Fame. The idea that there is a Hall of Fame and the guy with one hand who is a professional baseball player and pitched well.
I mean,
no
well
hitter.
Is stretching it.
Excuse me. That was when the Yankees were good. And he pitched a no-hitter. I remember because I was bumming.
Why?
The graffiti hat I wasn't allowed to get. I've told you that story.
I didn't remember. I'm sorry.
I couldn't get the graffiti hat because my dad said it looked stupid. By the way, that graffiti hat fetches a pretty penny on eBay these days.
You got money.
No thanks to him. Would have gotten it a lot sooner if I'd just gotten that hat.
I bet that guy that Matt Biggins hit could afford that hat. I mean...
Buy a couple of them.
The guy who we're talking about.
In character. Yeah. In character.
Character Matt Biggins.
Right. Don't you think, though, that there should be kind of a little bit of wiggle room for like exceptions to these silly rules.
You talking about the rules of the tunnel?
No, there is no wiggle room in that tunnel. You try to wiggle past another car,
you can't do it.
It's a head-on collision
What
every
if you're
time.
drunk?
Especially if you're drunk. Then it's $300 out of pocket.
Do I think there should be some wiggle room about how many extremities you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
I mean, if there was like, you know how they give out honorary Oscars to like,
I don't want an honorary
people who've never won.
I mean, I'm sure
like David Lynch got an honorary Oscar.
He should have just gotten an Oscar. He was great.
Right, but he didn't. So
you mean like
as he got very old, they gave him an honorary Oscar they're kind of saying like Samuel L. Jackson has an honorary Oscar.
They should but they give honorary Oscars when they pretend that somebody had the best picture, except they really should have given it to him for another one. That to me is what an honorary Oscar is.
Who are you talking about?
Scorsese.
Yeah. That was a real kick in the dick.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there's an honorary,
it's like a nomination for Hugo. You know, everybody loves the Scorsese movie Hugo.
I mean, I guess I'll take it.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay. Do I have to come? Like, you going to actually give it to me this time?
No, of course not. We love movies like Life is Beautiful.
If there's an honorary wing in the Hall of Fame where it's like these guys were really cool,
who would ever go to the honorary wing?
If Jim Abbott has a plaque.
Who else would get an honorary plaque?
Jose Canseco.
Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame?
I mean, he doesn't have Hall of Fame numbers.
No?
No.
I thought he was very good. He seemed good.
He
to
is
me.
very good.
Yeah. Doesn't Jose Canseco, like, when you think he's like, oh, that's a good ball player?
That's surprising to me.
Yeah, it's not the Hall of Very Good.
Oh. Well, he's pretty famous.
He is famous.
You know? Shouldn't that be what it is?
Fame? You wanted to,
if it's a Hall of Fame, it should be the players that are most famous.
Yeah.
Jose Canseco doesn't have Hall of Fame numbers.
No.
Oh. All right.
Not even close.
Mike, did you know Jose Canseco doesn't have Hall of Fame numbers? I thought he did. What he was doing all those steroids for then?
Oh, that fly ball hit him in the head. Well, he got to bang Madonna.
Okay, that's
those are Hall of Fame numbers in and of itself.
You know what? If you get to bang peak Madonna, you're probably not stressing about the Hall of Fame.
He's broke now, though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well, but he also didn't play in the era of like big salaries. Yeah. So a lot of people in that time like have no money.
He's probably a little irresponsible with his spending too.
Well, I know what he spent a lot of money on.
What?
Probably weights, training.
That was an investment in itself.
Yeah. So yeah, I would give.
Is Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Why?
Not even close.
Why?
Steroids.
Because of the dorks.
I mean, he had Hall of Fame numbers.
Yeah.
No, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens, A-Rod.
What? Get the fuck out.
They're still.
That's
stupid, right? Yeah. That's stupid. A-Rod should be in the Hall of Fame.
Banged J-Lo and did all the baseball stuff.
The fact that he had time for both is crazy. And, like, how many people were watching your dumb game because of people like A-Rod or Roger Clemens?
Everybody was watching.
Everybody. You know why people stopped watching baseball? Because no dingers.
Who wants to see me hit some dingers?
Everyone. Yeah. If I could change two things in the Hall of Fame, number one.
No, Barry's off the list. It's been over 10 years.
Because they're mad because he did steroids?
Yeah. Yes. A-Rod this year got 37% of the vote.
But is it because he's charming now because he's a broadcaster?
Yes, that's probably why people are voting for him.
Probably, right?
Because he's having a little renaissance.
Yeah, he's having like a good run as a broadcaster. McGuire's in the Hall of Fame, though, right?
No.
Why?
No.
Remember the home run records?
He was like a powerhouse.
Yeah, dude. Sammy Sosa's in?
The Bash brothers are not in the Hall of Fame.
No?
That blows my mind.
No.
That's crazy.
Sammy Sosa is not in the Hall of Fame. Sammy Sosa just got back in the Cubs' good graces.
Why? Why was he in the bad graces of the Cubs?
They kind of wanted him to admit that he did steroids, and he didn't want to do that for a long time.
Did he not do them?
No, he did them.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Positive.
Are you sure you should?
We are positive.
I'm trying to protect. We're a new show. I don't want to get a lawsuit.
Why would the Cubs want him to admit it? If I was the Cubs, I'd tell him to keep lying.
Yeah. Hey, good news, guys. Sammy Sosa did not do steroids. He said it. Isn't that an amazing feat?
Plus, he's white now.
They can't place him?
No.
They're like, you are not Sammy Sosa. We remember Sammy Sosa.
Nice try.
You don't. Nice try. I think I would know if you were Sammy Sosa.
No, Mark McGwire probably does have. I mean, he has at least Hall of Fame numbers for home runs. over 500.
What could possibly
steroids? I don't know the question, but the answer is steroids. Yeah.
I mean, there's literally nothing more important in baseball statistics than home runs.
What about pitching a no-hitter with one hand?
Second to home runs.
Okay. All right.
If it's like, this guy did the most home runs, this guy pitched a no-hitter with one hand, you shouldn't even let the dorks vote.
Yeah,
you're going in.
There are other ways to get in, and maybe they will get in one day on the Veterans Committee, where players vote, like Hall of Fame players will vote people in.
Yeah, but no, the Hall of Famers are going to try to protect their spots.
Well, you just got to wait for the old ones to die off, and then, you know.
You got to get one steroid guy in there, and then he'll start letting the other steroid guys in.
Everybody in.
All the steroid guys are getting in. The steroid era is my favorite era. It's great.
Yeah.
Chris in New Jersey. What's up, Chris? I can hear you, dude. All right, well, guess what? You're not going to get to contribute today. I hope you're happy. Did you see that they almost killed the Ohio State players? Driving them off the field after they won the championship? They all got, this is unfortunate, all the Ohio State players got whiplash after winning the national championship against Notre Dame. They got Austin Powers to drive them around in a golf cart.
Hang on.
And she just started, this lady is, driving them. These stadiums are big. For those of us, like myself, that have been behind the scenes in a stadium, traveling by golf cart is regular. That's how they transport the big stars around. I've watched them drive by.
You ever see them drive by like this?
No, generally speaking, because the personnel on the golf carts are so high profile, no, they would not do this. But I guess the lady driving the golf cart realized she had to make a K-turn real quick.
Now, K-turn, that usually involves what, 3 steps?
3 steps.
Okay.
Yeah, some people, the proper name for it is a 3-point turn.
I learned K-turn.
I think K-turn is a funner way to say it, but I learned 3-point turn.
Okay. You got to do that to pass your driver's license exam.
You do. You do. If you can't pull off a K-turn, they're not giving you a license. Unfortunately, this lady did not judge the size very well.
Ryan J., you deserve it, brother. Thank you. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay.
All right. That's
Sorry.
Turn that wheel and back up.
I mean, hit pause for a second. Did you hear? They're trying to now. Did you hear how hard that golf cart hit the wall? Like, it's hard. It's difficult to make a golf cart make that noise against a wall. You really have to be pedal to the metal.
That's more than a fender bender.
Yeah. This is, who did she have on there with her? Like the most important people from the team, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
It's okay. It's okay.
They just won. Now they're getting irritated. She can't move the golf cart.
Yeah, that's the head coach of the winning team.
Yeah, and now he's stuck. Is everybody okay? We just survived a national championship football game and full season. Is everybody okay? They've abandoned the golf cart.
They didn't even let her try again.
No. They what did you guys say?
I don't know.
Something about deserving it? Yeah, they abandoned that golf cart. That lady got in a lot of trouble. Oh, yeah. She hit the wall hard, dude.
Huh? Female drivers.
You think it's a woman thing?
Right?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Could be.
Keep them away from any sort of vehicle.
Golf carts included.
Oh, yeah.
It's a hard stance to take. Yeah, I mean, look, it doesn't do any good. If anybody's out here trying to advocate for women drivers, this wasn't the clip that they wanted out there. You know, there's a lot of I told you so's running around.
Off the road and back in the kitchen.
You know? I mean, I'd like to sit here and tell you guys, like, that's outrageous and I don't want that on my airwaves. But
are you watching this video?
What am I going to say? You guys are lying?
Nope.
What am I going to do? Say, hey, what are you guys basing that on? What am I going to do? Sit there and go, the first thing that I noticed was not that it was a woman driving the golf cart?
Whoops, sorry guys.
Don't worry, everything's fine. The cops can't even move. She somehow wedged the golf cart into a flat wall.
Can we roll it back? Was she doing her makeup when this happened?
Oh, you know what? That's a good point.
She was. She was looking in the rear view doing her makeup. And she almost tipped it.
Yeah.
You see the thing fly to one side? Okay, put the sound on because I want to hear what they say to the guy.
I'm so sorry.
That was brutal. Everybody okay? Everybody okay? Good?
Is everyone
You deserve it, brother. You fucking deserve it.
Oh, I think he's talking.
I think it's like, hey, you won this championship. You deserve this.
I think the guy just didn't realize where he was at. You know, that guy said, you fucking deserve this. The coach should have been like, to crash into a wall?
What the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean I deserve this?
I wonder if she broke the axle. Because, like...
It may be, because you're right, because it's like tipped over to one side and it ain't moving.
Yeah, how is this an abandon your golf cart thing situation?
And they knew quickly. They were like, we're out of here. Well, that golf cart's done. And it's blocking the whole hallway now. And you know what they're going to say? Unfortunately, and this is unfortunate. I'm not like, oh, yeah, this is what they should say. I'm just saying this is what they are going to say. People are going to walk by the abandoned golf cart, and you know what everyone's going to say?
What's that?
We let a lady drive in. And that's unfortunate. You know, I don't think that it should be that way in 2025, but...
It's hard to argue that.
I mean, did a lady drive the golf cart into the wall?
Yeah.
So, like,
and there's plenty of room. It's not like it's a real tight quarters.
No.
Did you hear what just happened to that golf cart? Yeah. It was a lady driving. It was...
Oh, okay.
What's up? Women, okay.
You see who wrote it?
Andrew Tate wrote "Women Can't Drive" on it.
Nice.
I was. Is that where you got it from? Did they teach that in Hustlers U, Troy? Did you learn that from Professor Cobra?
I'm glad he's chiming in.
Yeah, I'm sure people were wondering, where does Andrew Tate land on this? That's good. That's really good. Yeah, and they, immediately to Austin Powers, of course it is. As it should be.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's so funny. Good for Andrew Tate. He's probably feeling real good.
About this specific
No, just
thing?
about like...
He's high on life right now.
Yeah.
Oh, because of Trump?
Oh, yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah, I mean, look. It's a big football weekend in general. Not only are we finding out that the national champions of college football are getting driven into walls, but we've got our own professional championship games this weekend. Which one are you more excited about, Mike?
I mean, I can't even be excited about the NFC Championship game unless like Al Qaeda shows up.
Sure,
would be the
you would like that.
Bring me some excitement.
You would like that. You would like that if it goes like full Bane.
It's the only solution.
Like the field just crumbles beneath.
It's literally the only solution.
Yeah.
Although I guess, seeing either one of those fan bases devastated in the Super Bowl, there would be a certain degree of fun to that.
Right. So are you hoping that who would you like to see in the Super Bowl? Who would you like to see become the champion?
I feel like if I need this business taken care of, I feel like Mahomes and Reed and Kelsey are the ones that I'm like most secure in. Like, all right, you guys can go out and do this.
Yes, I like where you're coming from. You're saying basically that it's not necessarily about whether Washington or Philadelphia wins. It's between those two. You're going to have to grit your teeth this weekend and watch one of those fan bases celebrate. Not going to be pleasant for you. So what you want to see is the Chiefs win so they can get completely disappointed when it really counts.
Yeah. The Chiefs know how to land the plane on the Hudson.
Right.
We've seen them do it before.
They're the Sullenberger of the NFL. They're our own Sully. Just when you need an obnoxious fan base silenced, bring in the Chiefs.
Yeah. Stupid Taylor Swift swag surfing in the booth.
That's right.
Whatever entourage she shows up with.
So you'd like to see that because also you know that entourage beat your team.
This is like when we had to ally ourselves with Stalin to take on the Nazis.
I got you. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
I see.
And then they can do what they want to Poland after that.
Yeah, that's now. That's on you guys. I'm not even looking anymore.
Not my fight.
You gotcha. Okay, that's actually a very logical way to look at this weekend, and it also will hopefully maintain your sanity, right? When you're because you go, I can't wait to watch that team lose in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm clinging to the fact that Nick Sirianni and Dan Quinn are both former Division III football players.
Right.
And that's kind of exciting for me.
Sure.
That's all I got in the NFC Championship game.
Well, there's a lot of people very, very excited. In Philadelphia, they're super excited.
Well, it's a very energetic fan base.
Oh, yeah. They're
seen the past few weeks.
Very energetic fan base, yep, making their feelings known inside the stadium, about how they feel about everybody. And then, of course, even the mayor of Philadelphia is getting in on the action, leading the charge.
She's high on life right now.
Yes, she is. It's a good time for her city. She's wearing green and black. Fuck money, baby.
That's right. Let me hear you all say, ELGSES, Eagles!
What do you mean, huh? ELGSES.
Hang on.
Let me hear you all say, ELGSES, Eagles!
That's right.
Let's go, Birds!
That was ELGSES.
That's how I heard it. ELGSES. Eagles.
Elgses.
I think that's how you do Eagles. Right. ELGSES. Did you could hear kind of the utter silence behind her with her going.
Let me hear you all say, ELGSES.
She realized halfway through, she's like, I fucked up.
I think that the L fucked her up, and then that's why she also put in the wrong S. You know what I mean? I think the second fuck up was because of the first fuck up. G, wait. S, wait. ES. Eagles? Maybe if I just shout Eagles, people will be confused and think that is indeed the spelling of this word.
All right, hang on. Let's listen to it again. You still think that she said it right?
I think that is... Yeah, because it's Eagles. Yeah, because you got all the sounds.
ELGSES, Eagles!
Okay, I guess that's how it's...
ELGSES, Eagles. You could also, as they're trying to do it with her, halfway through, they just start going, wait, what word is she spelling? I don't think she's spelling Eagles anymore. Hit it.
Let me hear you all say, ELGSES, Eagles! Let's go, Birds!
Let's go, Birds. Let's go, Birds, baby. ELGSES, let's go, Birds! She's probably that's one of those that you leave going, shit. I don't think anybody heard that, though. That couldn't have sounded as bad.
That went well, ma'am.
I think that went okay, right? Oh, yeah. Couldn't have been as bad publicly as it was in my head, right?
No.
What? No, I think you spelled it right. No, I think...
Oh, you spelled it wrong? I heard it right.
I didn't catch that at all. I can't imagine anybody would have picked up on that. Oh, good. The human spell check just walked in. Yes, Nicole Biggins from the Morning Mashup is here. She just popped in. Nicole, are you excited for championship weekend, right? NFL championship weekend?
I love the Eagles. They're my favorite team. It's so bad. I easily played it 20 times.
Trying to decipher Elks.
Yeah. Oh, she should be really embarrassed.
And what's her title in Philadelphia?
Mayor.
Mayor, okay.
Oh, that.
The top city official.
Yeah, you should probably know your mascot. Or the mascot of the team.
Team, the whole team.
Yeah, and you should know how to spell it. That's not even a hard word to spell. If it was complicated.
How do you spell it?
EAGLES.
You nailed that shit.
Yeah, it's not Elgles. It's not that hard.
We heard from somebody claiming to be your husband today.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
What did he do? Did he call and say what he's doing right now?
What's he doing right now?
He's on the phone with a lot of people. He's doing a lot of emails. Contacting people from the government.
That sounds like a lie.
Yeah. What did he say?
Contacting people from the government.
Well, he's actually listening to the show and contributing.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a lie what he's telling you.
Oh, okay.
No, he was just because we were talking about there's a small tunnel that exits onto the Bronx River Parkway to that they built for Babe Ruth. We were talking about this little tunnel. And I just won't say who it was, but somebody texted in and said that one time, like, I don't think this is true. I think this is just a joke story. But one time...
You think this person's just trying to get on the air?
It's just a joke story.
A joke story.
Just a joke story. But one time they were driving through the tunnel, intoxicated after playing golf, and they got into a fender bender with another car and had to pay the driver $300 so they could split.
Is that my husband?
It's a joke story.
It's a joke story.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's a joke story I either don't recall or he's never told me.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess don't recall.
Yeah?
For a myriad of reasons.
You think she was maybe in the car?
No, not golf. You think he allows me to be anywhere near him during golf?
That's right. No, that's like letting a woman drive a golf cart. You can't.
You can't do it.
No.
Or the car. I'm not allowed to drive the car.
You're not
either.
allowed to drive the car? Well, yeah, because you wouldn't want a bad driver behind the wheel.
Somebody drunk after they played golf.
That's a joke story.
Stop calling it a joke story. It's really annoying me.
Okay.
And I am having a rough go of it. This is the beginning of 2025 is not doing me well.
Yeah. Wait till you guys hear this, okay?
Why did
And Nicole's coming in because we don't have a new Satisfying today.
Yeah.
So we want
Oh, that's right. It's Thursday.
we need a little taste.
Yeah. We just need a little taste. So, of course, we know she got horrible head lice earlier this year already.
It was not horrible.
You seem pretty mad about it.
Yeah, because nobody wants bugs in their head.
That's what lice is?
Oh, God. Okay, This is not what I'm here to talk about.
Okay, all right, you're right. I'm just giving context. Also, then she shit all over her phone.
Didn't shit all over my floor.
And picked it out.
Not over my floor
you
or
did the
phone.
floor, too. And then picked it out with her hand.
Yeah. It was in a clean. It was in a freshly clean toilet. The cleaning lady had just come out after she Cloroxed it, and I dropped it in, and there was no pee or anything in there. And then I Cloroxed my phone and the case.
There's always pee.
Fuck you.
They're not ever really clean.
Yeah.
No, there's piss.
There's
on
always
it.
fecal.
It's
somewhere.
It's a fecal piss phone.
Anyways,
then this is the new. There's a new. Travis,
worse.
You can look up an article. All
right.
I believe it was in the New York Post. Is that right?
I mean, it's everywhere.
Oh, it's everywhere. Cool.
Yeah.
There is a guy, and this is just a charge. He's being charged with using fake Botox on women.
So
why are you smiling,
So
Travis?
what it is that he was getting it from China.
China.
Counterfeit Botox.
China.
That he has been putting in my face for years.
Oh my God.
It says, here's the article. It says, New York man arrested for injecting fake Botox. This is like the type of stories you read, right? You know, when you get the stories like, and it's like these women are in such trouble because they let some back alley doctor inject their butt cheeks with
a BBL?
the concrete BBL.
He was not a back alley doctor. He was not a doctor at all. Actually, he didn't even have a license. Now I found out.
I want you to know, Nicole, that back alley doctors don't necessarily refer only to the physical location.
It was a lovely spa that I would go up to.
Yeah.
I mean, it was not back alley-ish at all.
But I think the lack of license probably does lend itself towards back alley-ishness.
Oh, he was an esthetician?
Yes.
That's a made-up word.
Yeah, this is not good. And
a New
I
York
was like,
esthetician was arrested on Wednesday for allegedly. This is alleged, by the way, just like the story your husband told us.
Okay.
Allegedly,
alleged,
buying counterfeit Botox from China.
Yeah,
China, and injecting it into patients without the required license, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of New York. Oh, what do they know?
So
he was charged with wire fraud, smuggling, and other crimes related to the purchase and import of misbranded counterfeit drugs at his medical spa located in Hell's Kitchen. Oh, I think that might be the same Botox place McClure goes to.
Yeah.
No.
But so just so you know, I literally have easily brought like 20 friends there. I've sent every girl I know there.
I know you've had conversations.
Yes, I've talked to your lovely wife as well.
Thank God she has some sense.
Yeah. So did
if I could recommend a place?
Yes.
Did you get kickback on the recos?
It was too good to be true. Yes, he would give me like a little bit of like
punch card.
No, not a punch card.
She was getting a kickback.
Yeah. Did Matt tell you the newest finding?
Bro, she's gonna get charged.
No, me.
Yep.
Look at she's gonna get some money.
You were sending people there because you don't use Botox, right?
You joking?
I wouldn't have thought so.
Okay, I want you to see.
No, Sam. Actually, she does not use Botox.
Okay, well, I don't. I don't know what was in my face.
Who knows what the hell was in there?
Did Matt tell you the most recent finding?
No, we were talking about him.
So I'm gonna just read you another post headline.
Okay.
New York City skincare specialist knowingly injected clients with phony Botox from China, leading one woman to experience double vision.
What the fuck, dude? You wore an eye patch for a year.
So we go back into, like, I'm seeing the last time I saw him. The last time I saw him, I went back into my statements, was a week before I started getting double vision, those headaches.
You mean the double vision that no doctor could figure out why it was happening?
And just assumed it was
Two
from your
MRIs,
crash?
neurologists.
I guess it was because a year and a half ago you got run over by a car?
No, not just because China fake Botox was in my face. Stop saying that.
Wow.
Literally. I mean, I'm calling. I'm going to court. I
know you're going to get charged with sending all your friends there.
I got no money.
Kickbacks.
I got no money after I got hit by a car. So this is now our chance to sue this mother effer.
Oh, good call.
Is that why someone's on a lot of calls right now?
You have no idea. He's really taking it on.
Oh,
Thank you, love.
He's calling the government.
He's calling the government. No, he's just some like
Chuck Schumer,
FDA people. I don't know, all the powers that be.
Wow, they gave you were walking around looking like what's her face from Kill Bill for a while.
Remember, first it was like a
Daryl Hannah from Kill Bill,
and then I looked like Milton with my glasses.
You went from Daryl Hannah from Perfect 10 to Daryl Hannah from Kill Bill because of this guy.
This is his fault. So last night I was like, oh, he's not a bad guy, because we loved him. He's not a bad guy. I love him. I hope he doesn't really go to jail. Meanwhile, this motherfucker better get put in the slammer forever.
Forever,
he's facing 20 years.
You hope that whatever years Russ Ulbricht still had, give him to this guy.
Who's Russ Ulbricht?
Started the Silk Road.
I don't know.
And this is why juries need expert witnesses.
Eye on the prize. And the prize is my poor face.
What do you think he was putting in there?
I don't know. I don't know. But how crazy is that we put that together?
How long were you seeing this esthetician for?
I probably saw him for like 2 years.
My wife says you tried to kill her.
I didn't try to kill you, Lisa. I love you. I would never do that.
She did. Yes, she did.
I didn't try to kill
you.
You
know why?
Kill me
for profit.
Probably for profit.
My mom went
getting the kickback.
You put your mom in that position
for profit. My best friends from college, everybody went.
Nothing above money, Sam. Nothing above money.
But
money over everything.
I'm the only one with the googly eyes over here. And they still bother me, even though I'm better. So I mean,
yeah, but you got a lot. Like you were going in every 3 days for another Botox.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay.
That's why, because the last time I saw him was in March, and I knew something was up because I texted him in September and was like, "Hey, where are you? No one's answering at the office."
And he's like, "Hey, just laying low."
He was like, "Sorry, sweetheart. We're moving offices. It's going to be closed." So he knew he was in trouble. And he was just texting me, "Hey, sweetheart.
Hey, sweetheart. Moving offices. Going to change my name, but we'll be back working in no time.
I hope you feeling that botulism." Like, whoa.
Wow. You got the concrete BBL.
Yep.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah. Analogous.
Whoa. So, yeah. You would. Wouldn't the move be for get all the people together that you recommended and try to do a class action?
We think that there already might be one happening.
Luther allegedly continued to purchase and inject the counterfeit Botox despite knowing clients had fallen ill or experienced strange symptoms.
He told them
Luther Vandross?
What I read was that he told the distributor in China, my clients are getting having side effects and are getting sick and blah blah blah. You need to send me another box for free now. So he still was getting it.
Just more.
Like he was using the fact that
this Botox completely sucks. I need more of it.
And make sure this one doesn't kill my client.
By the way, it lasted so long, but
because it wasn't real.
Yeah.
This Botox should be much cheaper. It's fake.
He allegedly assured his patients that any side effects were temporary and that the Botox was from Allergan, a veritable maker.
I mean,
yeah. So I had to give you that.
Do you think it was like some kind of, what could it have been besides Botox? Would it have been like some kind of collagen or something like that?
It doesn't matter. It's just counterfeit Botox. I don't know. Wow. It's like, I'm sure.
It matters. It was in your face.
That's true. I'm sure it's like drugs, like you don't ever get the purest form of a drug. They cut it with something. I'm sure it was the same thing. Maybe there was a little Botox in there.
You think there's fentanyl in it?
I hope they didn't put fentanyl in my face, because if they did, I would think I would have gotten high and I didn't feel anything that great.
Right.
You may have just built up a real big tolerance.
I've never done fentanyl, and I never would.
She has a fentanyl tolerance.
I have to go do an interview.
Who are you interviewing?
Chase Stokes from OBX, from the Outer Banks.
What the hell are you talking about?
John B. You don't know John B?
Sloop John B?
I know Sloop John B.
I don't know who any of these people
My
are.
grandfather and me.
I have to go.
You know what I did?
Wish me luck with my face.
We did Rome. You know what I did to start the show? The audience got so mad at me.
What?
I broke down the whole Blake Lively, Justin Baldini's thing.
It's Baldoni.
Okay.
Baldini.
I never heard of him before this whole thing.
Well, no one really had, except for...
So how do you get the gig? Directing, starring? What?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
And you usually have the 411.
I mean, I'm supposed to. I love you. Please.
What's in your face?
I have no idea.
Maybe that's how you got the lice. Did you ever think of that? No. They're just injecting bugs in?
Oh, and they just finally hatched?
Yeah.
It's possible. Can't say it's not.
She can't get through January.
Holy shit.
I swear.
It's January 23rd.
Every week there's something else.
She's already got lice, a shit phone, and
she sent me this article.
BBL's in her face.
She sent me this article yesterday, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I guess that's a bad thing. She was like, this is my doctor. I was like, oh, no.
She's lucky. She doesn't look like a mutant. Sometimes when they those fillers and shit, those people look insane.
It looked like the end of the substance.
That's right. She's just a monster going, no, no.
I think she's going to wind up looking like Jocelyn Wildstein.
I think so. Is that the cat lady?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, it can't. She said she never had plastic surgery.
That was just good genetics.
That's just how she aged. That's insane.
Crazy. Andy in South Carolina.
Hey, how's it going, Sam?
Good.
Did Nicole already leave?
She
or
did.
Is she still sticking around? That's a shame. I was just curious, what number was higher, the number of people that she directed to her off-brand Botox doctor, or the number of people she gave disgusting head lice to?
Oof. Yeah, I mean, it was a lot. Both cases, it was a lot. Wow. Thank you, Andy. That was a good question. Man. I can't believe she sent all her friends, too.
I mean, she tried to get everyone to go.
Maybe it's not, because I don't go to, believe it or not, looking at me, I don't go to an esthetician.
You look great.
Thank you. But I feel like it's like a kind of a red flag when a doctor goes, hey, if you recommend me to your friends, I'll give you a kickback.
Hey, if you know anyone.
Yeah, like a loyalty bonus. I go, I'm good. I don't think so. I mean, is that a regular thing for doctors to be like, recommend your friends?
Those kind of doctors, I'm sure.
Wow.
There has to be like...
You mean fake ones?
Yeah. Because there has to be an incentive to, like, you bring these people in, I'm going to hook you up, so...
But, like, normal doctors usually don't need that.
No, because they just fix you.
Yeah.
They give you stuff you need.
It's not like Jersey Mike's where you get points every time you go in.
Those aren't real doctors.
No, well, obviously.
Some of them have fake Botox from China. Wow.
Jesus.
Schedule. It's unclear if Luther has an attorney who can speak on his behalf. We haven't even gotten that far?
No.
Man. The case comes after the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, alongside the FDA, opened an investigation last year after 19 people across 9 states experienced negative side effects after receiving counterfeit Botox injections. Across 9 states? They're all from him? Or is it the product that they're looking at?
Maybe the product? I'm not sure.
Wow. And I love that Nicole wasn't one of them.
Yeah, just counterfeit Botox injections, yeah. Those are probably...
Like they're just looking at all the people that are doing counterfeit Botox stuff across this land.
Yeah. This is kind of like an after... This is not part of the main story.
Right. Wow. I like, though, that they were like finding... botulism. People were getting botulism. Nicole's got botulism?
Yep.
Imagine getting lice and botulism in the same month.
And...
I'd probably just quit.
Your phone has just fecal all over it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably just like, no, I'm not equipped. I'm just going to stay home. I'm going to, and figure it out. Like, I put a blanket on top of myself and go, nobody interact with me. Life isn't for me anymore.
I mean, it's hard to argue that.
Right? Never heard anything.
She really is off to a bad start.
It's tough. It's tough. January is historically a bad month for her. January is the same month that she got run over by the car.
That's right.
My, oh my.
Well, at least she didn't get hit by a car again.
I guess, but she got fake Botox thrown into her face for months.
But you know what? She looks okay.
Years.
Doesn't look bad.
But it sent her eyes googly.
Yeah. That's seriously fucked her up. That's 100% what happened.
Mike, you do Botox?
Oh, Sam. You talk about the eye?
I'm just asking.
No, this chiseled jawline and incredible skin is all natural.
Just something occurred to me. I figured I'd ask, but all good.
Comes from the inside.
Oh. All right, let's take another break. We're having a great time. I still haven't given you the update on Brian Johnson, but we'll get there, okay? I promise you we'll get there. Just stay right there. We'll be back.
We'll be right back with Sam Roberts Show. You're back with Sam Roberts Show.
A week or two ago, I came on here and I was talking about the documentary, The Man Who Wants to Live Forever. It's about Brian Johnson. It's on Netflix. It's very fascinating. We had a whole conversation about it. I'm sure you can find it on the app or, whatever. But this is a guy who, he wants to live forever. He's dedicated his life to the eternal search for youth. And actually, Troy, you had brought up his relationship with his son. Yeah. That's featured in this doc, and they did a plasma switch for no apparent reason, just because he wanted some of his son's blood in him. He referred to his son as the perfect specimen. What was his son's name again? Talmud? Is that right?
I gotta find it.
Yeah, it was something like that. I think it was Talmud.
Brian Johnson's son.
Yeah, it's in there somewhere. I think it's
Talmage.
Talmage. Whatever it is. But his son, for whatever reason, his son is like, I think my dad's onto something. But, and then we heard this was a couple weeks ago.
This was like right after you guys talked about it.
Yeah, that he stopped using one of the longevity drugs that he took for years over concerns that it could have aged him.
Whoops. And
given him infections. So this drug that I'm taking for longevity might have made me older. Which, it's like, what do we...
That's the exact opposite.
Yeah, that's like finding out you've been going to a guy for Botox and he's been injecting God knows what into your face for years. But I keep going because it's so affordable. But yet last night, he tweeted something out. And I don't know why he does this stuff. He tweeted out, I guess, because he wanted to make a point, but I don't know how else to...
Just say it.
Well, it says nighttime...
Go ahead.
It says nighttime erection data from my 19-year-old son, Talmage, and me. His duration is 2 minutes longer than mine. Without even looking at the data, just that sentence, I feel like someone's going to raid my computer. I feel like this is not good. This is not information that should be public.
This guy's worse than Ross.
This is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad. Somebody's going to bust him. It says, raise children to stand tall, be firm, and be upright. Is he talking about boners?
Yep. He's talking about penises.
His duration is 2 minutes longer than mine. Is he is he bragging about his son because he's known for his boners?
Mm-hmm.
Like Brian saying, you all know I'm the boner king of the internet. Well, my son's even better than me.
Is that why they call him the boner champ?
He is the boner champ.
Wow.
For sure. That's confirmed.
Okay. I assume Brian is on the left here.
Right, because of the minutes. It says, okay.
Oh, actually, wait, maybe not.
Well, he said, his son is 2 minutes longer, so the 184 would have to be his son, right? Yeah. Okay, so it says, we're not even talking about sleep efficiency. It seems like Brian's sleep efficiency is much better than...
Well, he's getting less boner.
These people, now I got to monitor my sleep. How was my sleep last night? How about just worry about less, okay?
Yeah, just sleep.
So, go to bed.
Yeah.
Wake up when you got to wake up. Set the alarm. Whatever. I mean, I can't imagine. If I ever used one of those sleep efficiency apps, do you use that to check your sleep? You strike me as somebody who might.
You're looking at me very strange, and you're expecting me to say something.
Well, because I just
shit on me.
Because you already know.
Because honestly, because I realized I feel bad because I already shit on people who use the sleeping apps, and I was like, I'm sure Troy uses one.
Troy?
Well, as a matter of fact, yes, I do, Sam. It's with I use the Oura Ring.
Oh, on your dick.
It's not on my dick.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
My finger.
Okay, I didn't know how they work. I don't use one. And so do you like the results of it?
Yeah, except when you wake up and you're kind of bummed out because you're like, I got a shitty, percentage last night. I was happy though. I woke up early this morning. I woke up almost an hour before my alarm.
Right.
And I still had a pretty good sleep percentage.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Do you allow that data to influence how you feel? If I got a good night's sleep and then I look at a sleep thing and it's no, you didn't. I'm still going to be no, I did. I got a good night's sleep. I feel refreshed.
I'd be bummed. I thought I had a good night's sleep, but my body lies to me.
But my Oura Ring says I did.
I got this Oura cock ring that tells me otherwise.
I was at 85% last night, and I didn't get that much sleep. I feel like it says I got 5 hours and 45 minutes sleep.
Do you feel like you got good sleep last night?
I feel okay. I felt worse having a higher percentage sometimes and more sleep, and then I've been
right. So maybe that shit's not accurate.
I don't know. It does tell me, like when I take a nap, it'll say you napped for 23 minutes. I'm like, yeah, I did.
I just look at the clock and know that.
I mean, you don't look at the clock when you're like, I'm dozing off right now. Let me see. Okay.
Well, he's like, Travis is like a baby doll that you lay him on his back and his eyes just shut. He goes to sleep.
That's pretty amazing.
Like when you just tip, you tip those baby dolls over their eyelids shut.
Yeah.
Travis is just asleep. That's why he's got to wear glasses, because if he walks around without his glasses on for too long, those beady eyes just snap shut. He goes right to bed.
That's true.
And he can nap during the day. I can't nap.
I can nap during the day.
Can you nap, Sam?
No. I mean...
Well, Sam's got too much going on.
The results... Let me tell you something.
He'll sleep when he's dead.
If I wore one of those dick rings, the Aura rings that you got...
It's not a dick ring.
The results would be hideous.
You should just try it, just to see.
But I can also get like 5 or 6 hours of sleep at night and be fine. Like, I'm ready.
Nap?
I'm ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah, but your nap helps out.
Yeah, but I don't nap every day. I'm ready to go.
No, it'd be in the red. It'd be terrible.
Yeah.
I go to the gym. My trainer's disappointed every single time. She goes, "Oh, did you get good rest?" I go, "Well, no."
How do you not have like bad brain fog?
I'm sharp as a tack, babe.
Yeah.
You are sharp. I'm just saying, like, how does that not affect you?
I mean,
some people only need a little bit of sleep.
That's what Trump says.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of sleep.
But I mean, studies show that. Like, some people just need 5 hours.
When I'm doing things, I'm very good at just pushing myself forward and getting all the obstacles out of the way.
Just locking in.
But like very often, especially lately, where it's like quiet moments. Like I literally texted my wife yesterday, like, my body is so confused. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, you do too much.
Just rest.
But you understand that that's not, I mean, you're still young, thankfully, but like, that's going to affect you really bad as you get older.
Stop thinking that everything that happens to you happens to everyone else.
It's the way things go. You should get a good night's sleep for
also,
your body.
you're going to get hemorrhoids.
You did say I was going to get hemorrhoids from squatting.
You will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
Bro, I fucking won't.
You eat McDonald's every other fucking day, and you're doing squats. You don't think that's going to affect your butthole?
When? I do plenty of squats.
You still have some elasticity left in that butthole until it's gone.
But here's the thing, dude. Like, I haven't done the things to my body that you've done to your body. You've stretched that motherfucker out. You know what I mean? You have
I don't know
worked that son of a bitch out.
I don't know.
Like, there are so many parts on your body that you have taken to the limit. I'm talking about the anus and penis.
Penis, yes. Anus, I mean, just pooing.
And,
no
digits.
No, well, a digit here and there, but it's nothing that's like fucked it up.
You've pushed it to the limit, like the Eagle said. Take it to the limit one more time. You pushed it to the limit, like Kenny Loggins. I mean,
and it is a scientific fact. You should be on a good night's sleep, a good regimen of sleep.
Oh, now, by the way, now he trusts the science. You should have heard this guy during the pandemic. Now he's listening to doctors.
Well,
look, I know that, but I'm providing right now.
I understand, and it's great that you can do it.
And at some point, it'll dry up,
and you'll collapse.
Yeah, and that's how I know it's like, okay, time to stop.
I mean, good for you. I admire it, but it's you're gonna burn out.
Well, you've been saying that for. By the way, nobody in my life has told me I'm going to burn out more often than Troy has told me. I'm going to burn out.
You go hard. And it's
in the what? What do I go hard in?
In the paint.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Get some Botox.
You think so?
I know a girl.
I don't know. It's a little expensive. Apparently, she knows a guy who's cheap. Yeah. No. I mean,
what are you squatting these days?
I don't know. It depends.
300.
It's neither here nor there.
400.
No, I'm not squatting 400 pounds. No,
okay.
I'm not.
So 300.
Probably not even 300.
I mean, you're looking swole.
200?
I mean, it's more than 200. Yeah, I could squat more than 200 pounds.
205?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't even do. This is why I go to. I don't like data. I don't like numbers. I don't like data. This is why I don't have a cock ring to tell me how I'm sleeping.
Like Troy?
Exactly.
It's on my finger.
This is why I go to a trainer who I just.
You're like, just rack it up. I don't care. Don't tell me.
She said,
you've never said that. You know exactly how much you squat.
No, she says,
and I'm not saying it to make you sound stupid.
She puts it on. I go, okay, I'm just going to do what you tell me to do. That's it.
I don't believe that at all.
Okay, then I don't care. Here's the thing.
Mike, do you believe that for 1 second?
Like, of course you know. You want to know.
I don't care about these numbers.
But you previously informed us.
Yeah.
Well, I have been told, like, if you ask me the day after I go to the gym, then I'll probably be able to be like, oh, yeah, yesterday she said this. You know what? I think I might have it on an app, okay?
Oh, on an app.
Yeah, yeah.
Why are you saying it like that?
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't. I don't have the data. I don't have the numbers. I don't have the. Oh,
yeah,
I have it.
Hey, stupid! I don't do the app. The trainer does. Idiot.
Then why do you have it on your phone? Stupid.
Because we're connected on it. It's
fight.
Oh, it's on an app now.
Oh. You do have the numbers. You said you didn't.
Yeah, I'm literally look. The app has to re-download because I never use it. That's why I'm stalling. Yeah, keep insulting me so I can download this app that I never look at. I think this is it. Where's the history? Loading exercises.
While you're on your phone, let me know how you slept last night.
I don't have the cock ring.
Get a cock ring. You should get one.
I don't know how these work. Oh, it's asking me to.
We'll just say 250.
250.
250 is a good number.
Boom. That's it. You got the answer.
And you look good. That's all that matters.
Thank you. Thank you.
You hide it because you're humble.
I am. I'm a humble king. That's a good point.
Anyway,
the sleep
we're burying
data.
the lead here.
That's right. That's right. Now that we've gone through the sleep data, I think my erection data would still be strong, though. I think I'd be happy. I don't have any problem in that. Obviously, I got all these kids. I don't have any problem in that. I don't have any problem there. So I feel like my erection data would be strong because this is what he shared. Brian Johnson, the man who wants to live forever, he got 5 erections 2 nights ago. His son got 6. Whoa. He was erect for 182 minutes while he slept.
Yeah, but I just did the math, and Brian's are longer.
Because it's only right. So like the kid is
182 divided by 5
versus 184
divided by 6.
So what are you looking for? Are
These
you
last
looking
roughly like 6 minutes longer?
Are you looking for long erections or just being erect for the longest time possible? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I
don't know what he's looking for.
What does the Hall of Fame look for? What's the Boner Hall of Fame looking for? You know what? This is a complete bullshit humble brag on his part because look what it says. Average erection quality for Brian is 94.
Oh.
Average erection quality for his son is 90.
And he's got better sleep efficiency.
Yeah, but I think it's more the erection quality is what we're looking at.
Yep.
I think that's really... Yeah, this Brian Johnson is bragging that he's got better boners
like
than
he's putting the information out there, and then someone's going to be like, hey, yeah, but what about your quality? And he's like, oh, I didn't even notice that.
Oh, I didn't even see that was there.
Oh, interesting.
I was just talking about minutes. They're like, yeah, but if you average them, yours are longer. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize that. Oh, that's so weird because I'm so much older.
Oh, wow. I guess I'm doing everything right. Which, this is such a terrible trait because if you're a father, you always want your children's boners to be better than yours.
Let me see if he retweeted.
You want the next generation to be stronger. Did he retweet his boner data?
I'm seeing if the son retweeted.
I would never talk to my father again. Oh my God, he did.
He did, yeah.
He just writes, I'm grateful for the way my dad has raised me. This, I'm telling you, dude, the sequel to the Brian Johnson doc is a cult doc. It is 100% a cult doc.
Incestual.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg is giving him the big eyes in that meme. He's really got some questions. And Tony Soprano says that this sounds very gay. Yeah, I mean, this is not good.
You don't understand how you're being abused.
I mean,
it's true.
Sometimes you strip away the funny memes and just tell the truth and it hits hard.
Yeah. He probably hid that tweet.
Why would you tweet out your son's boner data and then you retweet it?
They're so creepy.
Yeah, it's a weird.
This one's really weird.
It's all weird.
It is all weird. It's like
I had to turn it off. I was just grossed out by this guy.
Did you see at the end?
You're still using the ring.
The cock ring.
He doesn't endorse the cock ring.
Oh, you use a different one? Your fiance is like, why are you putting that on your dick?
So I can monitor my sleep and boner data.
It's for Brian Johnson.
Yeah, it's for my sleep. I want to be. Would you get one of the cock rings to try to beat Brian Johnson's data?
I wouldn't beat that.
You don't think so?
No.
How many?
How do you know you're asleep?
How many erections do you think you get in your sleep?
I try not to get any.
You make an active effort to not?
Yeah.
Why? Because you want to enjoy them for yourself?
No, I just don't. I don't
You're
want
sleeping.
I don't want boners.
At all?
No.
You're done with boners. How do you stop How do you stop getting? Have you told your fiance, like, listen, I don't want to be erect anymore? Have you told her that?
I haven't said those words.
Because I don't want to tell tales out of school.
Yeah.
But if I was told my wife I don't want to ever be erect again, she'd be like,
what about when you're sleeping?
Well, no, she'd say like, it's not a day-to-day problem, but this is gonna. Like, she's like, that has brought me pleasure in the past. You know what I mean?
My fiance's fine, and I'm not saying she doesn't. If I have a boner, she can't have it. I'm saying that.
Yeah, but how do you try to control?
You're saying you don't want any more.
I don't want boners anymore.
You don't want to ever be erect again.
No, I'll take it when I get it, but I haven't watched porn in over a year.
Because
a year and a half, I'd say.
He's not going in pursuit of erection.
Of an erection.
Sounds like a movie.
But you went from, now you're saying you're not in pursuit, but it sounded like you were trying to actively avoid them.
I am.
At night.
Okay, god damn it. I wish you had told me this at 8 o'clock. I wouldn't have to start with that bullshit about stupid idiot Blake Lively. I don't care about any of that nonsense. Everybody was pissed at me. We could have been doing this. So you don't want them.
I do not want boners anymore.
Why do you actively not want boners?
Because I don't want that in my life anymore.
Boners?
Yeah, the whole.
What about other people's boners?
I don't want other people's boners.
Okay.
I don't want to see boners.
Do you think that when you get a boner, it like causes you to act in ways that you're not proud of? Is that why?
You think. I mean, it's like having any sort of addiction. So it's like this leads to.
So you're saying the way like maybe an alcoholic is like. There are some alcoholics that do one thing. There's a type of alcoholic that's like, I can't even be on a block where there's a bar or a store, like a booze store.
Yeah, I don't want to go into a bar. I don't want to go into anything that sells alcohol.
Too triggering.
It's too triggering.
So you're saying boners are too triggering for you?
I don't even want to open the door.
Your own or anyone else's?
I mean, if you had a boner, like, look at my boner, I'd laugh. I'd be like, oh, that's so funny, you have a boner right now.
But it wouldn't start to, like...
I would be like, oh, I need to suck that thing.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure. It wasn't my question, but I'm glad.
Previously on the table?
I wasn't. Not for me, Mike. I'm glad everything...
Or whatever you'd expect me to do.
I didn't think anyone was...
I didn't think there was a sucking...
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a sucking component.
Well, if
you're saying there's a sucking element? I didn't realize that was part of it, but I get where you're coming. Well, he's saying he doesn't want to suck anyone's.
That's long standing.
That's been that way for a while now.
I've never had the desire to suck a penis.
Okay, all right.
Are we marking all this down?
Yeah, because it's not what I asked.
No, you weren't even.
Sorry. Am I going in the wrong direction? What do you want to know?
I didn't think you did want to do that.
You were just talking about how you actively try to not get them while you're sleeping,
right?
And now you're like, I
kind of feel like you do want to do it because you just out of nowhere said you didn't want to
suck a penis.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No.
I think I'm just saying, like, you might.
What about your penis? I'll show you. I don't want it.
Is that the way we have to prove it?
I'll prove it right now.
Because if he can turn down Sam's, he'll turn down anyone's.
That's the ultimate test.
That is.
No, I don't want it. Don't show it to me. I don't want it.
So, I'm glad that's clear.
Where's Greg Stone when you need him?
Yeah. He's like, really?
Oh.
So, like, do you get mad when you get a boner? Like, I don't want this thing.
I'm not happy about it.
Right. I wish this thing would just go away and leave me alone.
I try to switch my thoughts.
When you start thinking about to get rid of the boner.
Baseball.
You hate baseball.
A lot of people do. A lot of people go to baseball. Travis tried that, but the boner got bigger.
Yeah, it's the opposite for me.
Started thinking about the Orioles, and he was like, "Oh God,
Cal Ripken was so good."
Yeah. What do you switch your thoughts to?
Just take them away from sexual thoughts.
Anything, just whatever's like top of mind that's not sexual. But then,
you don't have control of yourself at night. Like that's not something that
I know. And there's times I'll have crazy sexual dreams, and I'll wake up in like a rage.
You'd be mad about it,
and I don't want it. I don't like it. I don't want those. Like I don't even want those thoughts in my head anymore.
Is it sex dreams about anybody in this room?
You can be honest.
Be honest.
Let me think. Okay, we got Travis,
right?
Sam and Mike,
right?
Hang on, let me do this.
Think about all the dreams. Oh, that's a nightmare. Actually, I think that's my sleep paralysis demon. When Travis takes off his glasses, that's when I get sleep paralysis. It's Travis in a pair of basketball shorts with no glasses on, just staring down at me, sitting on my chest. It's very frightening. Travis really does. If you shaved your beard and you walked around with no glasses on, people would 100% think you were the new Nosferatu. 100%. They'd be like, "Is that Bill Skarsgård under there?" Man. So if you got data back that you had 3 erections in a night, you'd be like, what the fuck? God damn it.
Change that tonight.
Yeah. What do you do when you wake up? Do you punch it? Do you punish it?
I mean, every once in a while, like,
You punish it.
you just gotta, like, I mean, if it's like...
Slam it in a door?
If you're in, like, a spiral,
right.
You wake up and you're in a frothing rage.
Sure.
You just have to whack off or something.
Sure.
But in the Victorian era, they would use a cock cage.
You ever think about a cock cage?
I haven't till now, but that's not a bad idea.
Let's see. Yeah, Troy, why don't you just wear a cock?
They're on Amazon.
Dude, why don't you just wear a cock cage to bed?
What is not on Amazon?
What do? Just lock it up?
Yeah, you lock it up. That way you can't get erect because it's metal. You see what I'm saying?
Prime members can get it by Saturday.
Oh, it's not one of those 4 a.m. drop-off deals?
No. Order within the next 12 hours, though.
It must be shipped from a third party.
Yeah.
I see.
It is. It ships from Amazon, but it's sold by somebody else.
Gotcha. It's not in the Bezos factory. No. Yeah, I mean, that's one way to look at it. Or like some kind of chastity belt.
You just move your thoughts to something
else. All right, and then you get 2 keys. You give one to your fiance.
Sure.
Actually, no, you keep one and you give one to Sam.
I think
Sam. Why Sam?
Well, you don't
think unlock my cock.
Yeah, but you need it at work.
I don't need my cock at work.
What? Yeah,
you need it unlocked.
For what?
Piss.
Yeah,
you can piss right through the front. It doesn't block the hole.
You get piss all over the cage. It's gross.
Yeah.
It's got like a dome?
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a look.
Like a Thunderdome.
Oh, see, no, look, it's open. You can piss right through that.
Yeah, but you got to get right.
Bro, your stream is not that precise.
No.
You're right.
No, it would be like when you put a thumb over the
garden hose.
Over the garden hose, yeah.
And then you'd smell like a urine-soaked cock cage.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
You can't meet with McClure when you smell like urine. He's not going to take you seriously.
No, he won't.
You think McClure would be wondering if I was wearing my cock cage?
Yeah.
Well, I think he might be a little worried now.
I don't think...
Just the idea that I was like, oh, like, how many erections do you think you get in a night? And you were like, if I get one, it's a bad morning. It's like, what?
I was not expecting it to go that way.
I didn't know it was going that way either. I was just like, I thought we were just going to go around and be like, oh, who can beat Brian Johnson? And you were like, no, I'd rather beat my own Johnson.
This says it's not easy to escape.
Well, yeah, because Sam has the key.
3 stars, though.
Yeah, but
you could probably do better than that.
That's a bad. I don't have no desire for that.
Nah. You don't want to risk it.
No. I don't need anything locked up to my penis.
No?
No.
No. This is not a game.
No, it's not a game.
No.
It's fine.
You would get mad if the app said you had a couple erections that night?
I don't get mad. I just, okay.
You get even.
Just beat my dick like it owes me money.
Okay. All right. You want to do that?
Get a boner? Okay.
Oh, you're having a good time, huh?
It's all fun and games.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the game we're playing, huh? How do you like this game? Ugh. Oh, okay. Well, speaking of cock cages, my locks of the week.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean...
I don't even care anymore.
Because, me neither.
I got other things on my mind.
What? Don't worry about my penis. You worry about your own.
I'm really worried about it.
Don't you worry about your own penis.
I'm worried about the way you...
handle it.
Don't worry. This would have never come up. We just started discussing this creepo and his boners.
And then we went to that creepo and his boners. I mean, I think...
All right, Sam, who do you think's going to win football?
I mean, Commanders for the upset and then Chiefs.
All right. I'll go with you on the Commanders.
No Chiefs?
Nope. I'm going to go Buffalo. They finally break the curse.
And so, like, if you get a boner while you're out or something, do you get pissed? Sometimes they just pop up.
You don't get pissed, but you can switch your thoughts. You don't have to, like, pour gasoline on the fire.
But like you said, you actively hope you don't get them.
I don't want boners.
Can we start the show with that?
I think so. Because it's like, to say you just actively switch your thoughts is to be like, oh yeah, of course, okay. But then you'd be like, I don't want to see these. I don't want that to happen to me anymore.
Right, that's the truth.
What about...
That's like a kid being like, I don't want broccoli. Like, broccoli is, I don't want that.
What happened?
Boners lead to trouble.
If you're watching Growing Pains and Mike Seaver's best buddy comes over named Boner, do you change the channel?
It's triggering.
Yeah. What happens if your fiance wants to get romantic?
That's a different story.
If she starts rubbing you, do you go, you got to stop, babe, you're going to give me a boner?
No.
Oh, okay. No. Because you're going to use it in the right place.
No, because I'd rather it be for her.
I see. So you're willing to make the ultimate sacrifice and become erect.
And it's not a sacrifice.
Well, you don't like to do it, so it is a sacrifice.
I just don't want to. I don't want to.
You don't want it.
You don't want needless boners.
I don't want needless boners.
He said he doesn't want any boners.
I know. I'm trying to steer him in like a more
and I think he
appropriate direction.
I think he sees getting a boner for his fiance as something that he's doing selflessly for her. Yeah. Like he doesn't want it.
That's not true. I'm very attracted to my fiance.
I'm sure. That's not what I'm saying. But you don't like having boners.
Boners have led me down a bad road.
What percentage of your problems would you say, Jude, like when you think of the real issues in life, what percentage would you contribute to boners?
I mean, it's a miracle that I've made it through unscathed.
Over 70%?
There has been a lot of turmoil in my life.
You have awards.
Boner related turmoil?
Bro.
What percentage of the turmoil was boner related? More or less.
65%.
Wow. I think that's low. I thought you were going to go higher.
I mean, it's over 50. It's over half.
It's a lot to be all caused by one thing. Boner.
It's just it's just led me down bad roads.
What's the percentage of?
It's like Tiger Woods, so good at golf, but
the boners.
But like he was forced to, like he didn't want to do it.
The boners controlled his life and made him fucking crazy.
I was talking about how I was talking about his dad forcing him to play golf because he was so good at it.
I thought we were talking about his boners.
But the boners did drive him crazy.
I mean, yeah, they did.
Troy's not wrong about that.
They made him act insane.
And you must look at somebody like that and go, well, if Tiger Woods can't control himself.
I mean, he was just at a Perkins.
I mean,
he threw a tampon out the window at a Perkins.
I understand that.
And if you're like, if Tiger Woods can't control himself, what hope do I ever have? Is that what you're thinking?
I'm thinking that I know the place that he is in.
Sure.
Where he's just out of his mind and he's not thinking clearly. And
You been there?
Many, many, many times.
What if the female listeners of the show take it now a challenge?
Like no challenge.
Oh, I want to get Troy to get a boner because he doesn't want.
And I've seen a lot of the female listeners of the show, and it's not. Don't worry, it was not a challenge.
That's not right to Lou. That's messed up.
Oh no, Lou's awesome, but
all the rest of them.
What about Libby?
I don't know what Libby looks like.
Based on
well, she was adamant about saying that she's not the fat listener that we thought she was.
I think she is. I think she might be.
Yeah, I bet so.
I mean, do you want to do your favorite clip?
Oh, me?
I
mean, I can't. Yeah,
you know what, Troy? You've earned it. You've earned it. You get to do your favorite clip first.
You gave me last week,
but all the boner stuff. I feel like
you gotta cleanse the palate. I also think Troy forgot about it because he never sent me one.
Sorry.
All right, Mike, go ahead.
I mean, I have. Clips.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. What is it? I'll find it real quick.
Yeah, it's easy. Probably.
You know what my favorite clip of the week was?
What's that?
What we just talked about.
Yep.
Just the show for the audio of you saying, I don't want to get boners anymore.
And by the way, I believe him.
I believe him too. That was my favorite clip of the week.
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
I know. What was yours? So that's mine. What was your favorite clip of the week?
Probably Trump dancing with the Village People.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait.
Right,
Trump with the Village People or Trump with the sword?
Oh, but I mean.
One clip. I mean, luckily both those will end up on Best Of because of this, but one clip. Sword.
I mean, the sword.
Or standing awkwardly with the Village People and the ashless chaps. I think
I'm gonna. It's hard. I'm gonna say this one.
Yeah,
because he salutes the guy, and he's just standing there doing his Trump dance, and
he's having a great time.
He's having a great time.
The Village People are there live.
He's in his element.
And he's in his element. Yeah, this was great at the inauguration celebration.
And it's just so funny that like this is his anthem, which is like a gay anthem.
It is, but you would never believe that. He'd say, no, it is not.
And he owns it. He loves it.
Yeah. Mike, what was your favorite clip of the week?
Well, I don't know. Can we go back-to-back inauguration?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, whatever your favorite clip was.
Sure, and if that way, if it's from the same segment, we'll run it on Best Of, but then we'll have plenty of time to put Ronnie B on there.
That's true. The passage of power from the ruling party to the loyal opposition is very important. That's why I went with the sword cake.
Wow, so you go with the other Village People clip.
I didn't even think of it as a Village People clip, but yes, it is.
Because he's dancing with the sword.
I thought of it as a sword clip.
It is more of a sword clip, you're right. So it's the other time that Trump... Let me tell you something. You put the Village People on, and Trump is going to be at his best, obviously.
I mean, whose dream isn't this? To be in front of a bunch of people, given a sword and a huge cake just to celebrate you.
And you're the leader of the free world.
Yeah. And by the way, what's the shape of the cake?
Phallic.
It's an airplane.
Big airplane.
Big airplane cake.
That you ride around it.
That's a cake of your personal airplane.
And Melania is smiling and laughing. She's like, that's the funny man I married.
Right. And he's like, I'm not even looking at her.
Yeah.
Who are you?
The audience is here for me and my sword and my airplane cake.
And my dancing.
Yeah. Like if I told my kid, oh, and there's Pence doing this dumb...
Stupid idiot.
Not Pence.
No, yeah, not Pence.
I bet...
That's Vance.
Oh, Vance, whatever.
Same thing.
Yeah. I bet Trump was like, there's one thing I'd like to take back about this moment. Let's get JD off stage.
My VP.
All right, Travis, favorite clip?
Absolutely has to be Elon and Barron.
Okay, and we barely even scratched the surface on this because Elon looking straight down the camera lens and giving the thumbs up.
Just two different sides of the same coin.
Oh, love it. Love it. Chris in Texas.
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
Just to say, Troy, Travis is in his mid-50s. Do you know how much he would kill to be still able to get boners?
I'm not in my mid-50s.
You're not in your 50s.
No! Do I look like that?
Early 50s, whichever.
I'm going to tell you right now, of this whole week, including you saying that you don't want boners anymore, Travis saying I'm not in my mid-50s, the most surprising thing I've heard.
You guys know how old I am.
Gun to my head, I would have thought mid-50s.
Gun to your head?
Gun to my head.
So you would have been dead right now?
I would have been like, that guy's in his mid-50s.
I'm sorry, I have to kill you. I have to shoot you in the head.
I fucked up.
Good thing that's not a Squid Game.
And just as the bullet's getting put into your head, you'd go like this. I don't understand how it's not true. I can't.
I'm completely befuddled.
Yeah. Hope I don't get a boner. All right, guys. Appreciate it. Don't forget, a week from today, I'll be in Indianapolis, Indiana at the Helium Comedy Club to bring a live Not Sam Wrestling podcast there with guests and everything. You can get tickets at notsam.com. We will see you all on Monday.
This has been Sam Roberts Show. If you missed anything or want to hear it all over again, check out Sam Roberts Show on the SXM app.
Correctly.
Yeah, they have the logic. They're not cheating. It's always cool, even though you know exactly what's going to happen.
And you can watch any one of them in any order. It doesn't matter.
Right. And you're never disappointed. You're going to get, and it's always original. You're going to get the big kill to start the movie. Mm-hmm. It's going to start to tell the story. And I mean,
there's an entire generation of, like, I would say, however old we are.
Yeah.
We cannot follow one of those logging trucks on the highway.
It's the first thing.
And not think, oh, that's going to go through the windshield.
And that was from what, 3?
I want to say that's 2 or 3 that starts with the big car accident.
Yeah. Plus, that first one is iconic.
And then the end of the last one.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
The end of the last one is when I think I realized it was the best franchise.
Yeah. I sometimes get clouded, because I think the first Scream movie is
perfect.
Literally a perfect movie.
The first Scream, I think, goes in like a Goodfellas, Pulp Fiction.
I agree 100%. It's literally a 10 out of 10.
And by that, I mean Weinstein. Free Harv Dog.
Yeah, but I mean, you're right. In terms of consistency, I've never seen a Final Destination where I went,
not worth my time.
Right. They're all like, if you're like, no, we're going to watch all the Final Destinations. I go, okay, I don't think I'm leaving. I don't think there's any point that I'm going home.
Yeah, I think that's the franchise.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Because I love the movie Scream 3 was supposed to be.
Yeah, because Scream 3 was the worst.
Oh, it stinks, but it was supposed to be a cult.
Oh.
And they rewrote the whole script because Columbine.
Right.
It was supposed to be back in Woodsboro, and it was a cult.
Yes.
And they said, we can't have it in a school.
Yeah. And it screwed it up. It goes back to, like, to me, the idea that, like, you know, the killer.
And that's where it got too soap opera, where it's your long lost half brother,
right,
from your whore mother,
who you just met at the beginning of this movie.
Yes,
yeah,
who happened to weasel his way into a giant place of power in your life,
and giant place of power in your life, and also like the voice changer is now it can do all voices.
Yeah.
It's like really, it has artificial intelligence in whatever that was, 2000. Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Good. Where can we get that voice changer? No. It's very difficult to find.
It's like I just saw a meme about when you watched Home Alone 2 and went and got a fucking Yak Back or whatever it was called.
Talkboy.
Talkboy, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, no, this doesn't do that much.
Yeah.
It's tape recording.
Oh, it's a tape recorder, but for regular-sized tapes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nobody's getting tricked by this. And also, it's a poor quality microphone.
It's very bad, yes.
Yeah. But I had one.
Oh, yeah.
They were great.
Channel 103. Faction Talk. You're back with Sam Roberts Show.
Joining us in studio now, Paul Verzi.
Yay.
Yes. Reasonable Man is the new Paul Verzi special. It's out now on YouTube. It premiered just earlier this week.
Yesterday.
Just yesterday.
A day.
Wow, 1 day old.
1 day old.
Paul's YouTube channel is The Paul Verzi. You can just go on, search Paul Verzi, search The Paul Verzi, search Paul Verzi Reasonable Man. Whatever you do, just go watch the special. Get your friends to watch the special. It's always great when one of our guys puts out a new special, especially you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. This is the third one, and this one was different because this is the first kind of grassroots independent. You know, the first one was in 18 Comedy Central. Second one was Netflix 22, and now this one I was just like, you know what, man? Things are changing. I'm seeing things happening in the business. Things getting saturated. I feel like the special has not become special anymore. And then I said, I'm going to do this my way, the way that I want to do it. I've been doing comedy for 20-something years. I want to put out something better than the last always, or I'm not going to put it out.
Right.
And, dude, the people are going like, wow, this feels special. The comments have been incredible. Dude, the best was I had a hater just go, Verzi's kind of growing on me. This is good. And I'm like, that feels good. It came out, it's a day old, but there's over 200 and something comments, and it's been very, very nice. And so many people coming through to
that's great.
To just say nice things and you know, so it's just been great, guys. So yeah, and it's a channel. Here's the other thing. I didn't do the 800-pound gorilla. I didn't do the all things comedy. I was like, I'm going to rebuild and model my YouTube channel, which is tough, and just grow. And we'll see. But you know what? That's the way I want to do it. And I'm going to put my other specials on there. I'm going to put podcasts on there. I just want like
awesome.
my channel, dude.
Yeah.
No more, we like it, but that one executive was offended. Or I was telling you before on the walk here, you could put out a good special and they're like, yeah, dude, but can you wait 9 months? We're backed up, and it's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Right.
So it feels good to just be able.
9 months later, it's like it's still a maybe. You know what I mean? Like they're like, actually, and you're like, what?
Yeah, no, 9 months, something could happen in the news. That's actually, hey, listen, you know what? That thing he says, can we take that out? Or like, now the timing is, plus with the world being so crazy. Fucking Trump taking bullets, and then this happening, and Kamala, all this different things. It's like I want to just get this out.
Yeah,
I just want to get this out because the world, Lord knows what's going to happen. Lord knows what's going to happen after the election. I was like, I want to get this out now. Let people have it for the holidays. Just have it out. So that's what I did. Yeah.
Well, that's great, man, and it's already got a lot more views than you have subscribers, which is such a good thing because that means it's going past the people who have already subscribed to you. Like they're seeing it, and then also a ton more people.
I knew that this was going to be a longer haul. I knew what the Netflix did after a month. I knew that the YouTube thing, especially with a brand new channel that I knew it was going to be that way. But when we saw the subscribers going, the amount of subscribers I got in 24 hours was more than I got in like years.
That's awesome.
So like that happened, and then 200 comments came in.
and it was just people like 10 out of 10 classic. I'm not just saying that it just made me feel, and then to have monster comedians, multiple, just going, dude, so that it feels good, man. So I just watch it, like it, whatever. If, leave comments. If you don't like it, don't leave a comment.
That's the other thing about that's the other thing about the Netflix, and not just Netflix, but all the streamers, is that there's so much stuff coming out that it kind of disappears after a week.
That was my, and again, I'm not going to sit here and say anything bad about Netflix. Netflix was great to me.
Sure, you could be back on Netflix for the next special.
Yeah, 2 years ago, they really gave me a platform, and it really took my career to another level. I'm not going to hate on it, but after a week, it's kind of an assembly line. Mm-hmm. It's like, all right, Paul, then there's Joe Coy, then there's Whitney, then there's this one, and then after 6 weeks, people are like, wait, you got a Netflix special? And I got to tell them. So why not do it for my own channel? Yes. That was kind of the lot. It got so fucking saturated, dude.
And also, it's nice that if people hear you on your podcast or this show or whatever, and they just search you into YouTube, it's like, oh yeah, that guy was funny on the radio, or that guy was funny on that TV show. Let me watch his special. It's just right here on YouTube.
I'm going to tell you guys something about this show. About the Jim and Sam show.
Yeah.
People hit me up going, hey, love the special. Please tell, when are you going on Jim and Sam? And I go, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be on Jim and Sam in 2 days, in a day. So it's kind of cool that, and I appreciate you guys having me on like 24 hours into this thing.
Of course. Yeah, we're happy to do it.
No, this is fun, man.
Yeah. How do you feel when you're encountered by somebody who admittedly was a hater and is now like, you know what, you've grown on me? Because it's happened quite a bit to me. Quite a bit. And there's like one half of you that's like, oh, that's great. Like, oh, that's fun. Like, oh, and then there's the other half. It's like, yeah, you motherfucker. Like, why weren't you there from the beginning?
Because I've learned in the amount of time I've been in this business that it's not personal.
Yeah.
And I also learned that if I'm associated with somebody that somebody doesn't like, fuck that guy. I learned all that, and I realized, like, because you didn't meet me.
The Robert Kelly effect.
Because yeah. But here's the deal. I know if you sat down and talked to me and we had a beer and you hated me, I know after that you'd watch my shit and you'd watch it in a different way.
Yeah.
So I know it's not personal, but it was cool that the quality of the product made a hater go, I can't. You know what the funny thing is? There's been the only hate that you would get. I got like a production value. Someone's like, is the sound all right? Hilarious, but the sound guy needs to go. It's like, when I started hearing that, I'm like, okay.
Because now you're searching for stuff. You can't find anything.
Yeah, like, when the quality of the stand-up is there and people have been like, yo, like, Verzi, my favorite comments was, he goes, I'm 2 minutes in and I screamed out loud, Verzi, don't miss. And I was like, that makes me feel good when people say 10 out of 10 are classic. But when you're just like, he's funny, but like, fuck, then I'm like, okay. But I've learned that when you say I grow on you, then maybe, you know what? And then I'll also look in the mirror and go, you know what? Maybe 5 years ago when that person first started hating on me, 6 years ago when that person first started hating on me, maybe I wasn't as good.
That's the really healthy way to look at
it. Because you know what? 3 specials have come after that. So you might have started hating me when you first saw me and was like, okay, he's okay, but not, that. Yep. And then all of a sudden, like 3 specials later and putting the work in and doing it, people are like, oh, he, maybe... and I also
think... And you should be getting better.
And you have to be getting better.
Yes.
And I don't understand anybody that puts out something that wasn't as good as the last.
Right.
But what also happens is when somebody big, like, me being friends with, like, Pete Davidson.
Diddy.
Me being Diddy, I've been to those parties.
Right.
No.
Yeah. When Diddy's at the freak off going, you got to watch my man's special.
When he's holding a giant dildo going, Paul, what are we doing here? No. Like when you have like, oh, he's friends with Pete Davidson, or, oh, Bill Burr said this, or Joey Diaz said he's funny. Sometimes they look for like, oh, well, is that why? But then when they see, they're like, oh, so it's
sure.
all good. But I've gotten to a point, man, I can't pay attention to that. I'm paying attention to the love, the people that like it, the people that share it, and the people that want to grow it. That's all I can pay attention to, man.
Are you in a positive space right now because the Yankees are doing well?
I'm in a positive space because, the Yankees are doing well. It's a lot of stress. I have a lot of stress going on.
You do?
Just because my kids are in sports.
Oh.
And I'm gonna tell you something that happened, dude. I gotta be honest with you. I never thought this would happen. Okay. I never thought that this was going to happen to me, Sammy. Okay.
Yep.
My son's a great basketball player. I know what I'm expecting when I go see him.
God bless.
Okay. He's had NBA players, Division I players work with him. He's an amazing shooter in the area. He's great, and that's fine. My daughter is very, very top notch soccer player, but my daughter started playing volleyball 6th to 8th grade, and I go to a game thinking I was going to sit in the stands and it was going to be. Dude, have you been to a girls volleyball game?
No.
It is the most intense. It is the most. First of all, every point is screaming, yelling like the World Series just ended. Every point. No. Every point. It's to 25. Everything over that lands. It's like playing ping pong. Everything that over that lands, it's a point.
Right.
Every point, the gymnasium erupts. Every point. The girl screaming, stomping, chanting. Now I'm like, oh, that's cute, dude. I texted a buddy who was in the stands, but with his wife far away. I said, I can't emotionally handle this for 25 times. I can't do this.
I'm so tense.
I can't do this. Girls going like this, come on, diving, crying. The other team going. It is.
That means every point missed is a tragedy.
It's every point missed is a tragedy, but every point made, I felt like the Knicks hit a game winner.
Right.
And
in the playoffs.
And my little girl is just started, and she's one of the starters. And the whole team, come on, Sophie, let's go.
So much pressure.
Chanting. And then she's in there, and my wife and everybody's going like this, and a point, and people, they huddle. So they huddle after everything, good or bad. So they go right into the middle. They pat, I love you. You know, it's okay if a girl dives and misses it and the other team gets a point. They rally. They pat each other on the back.
Wow.
And, dude, I can't do it. I can't
too much.
And then I had the Yankee game after. So I had that.
Yeah.
And then I had Yankees Royals.
Right.
I can't. I'm promoting a special.
You got this coming out.
I'm traveling. I can't do this.
So you got your personal life is going crazy.
Yeah.
Because you're watching your kids.
Yep.
And you got your professional life because you're putting out this special and it's by yourself and your money's on the line.
And I'm traveling.
And then your love, the Yankees, are in the. I mean, they win,
and the Knicks have to win it all. This year. The Knicks have to win it all this year.
Then are you watching them preseason? The Knicks
highlights.
Okay,
I can't do that to myself.
You can't
because I can't judge. I can't prejudge.
Right.
You know, so I can't watch them win.
Right.
I can't watch them beat the Hornets in early October
because it'll be too much in your feelings.
I gotta get my tickets for the first game I go to, you know, and then really lock in.
Okay,
you know, I'm dealing with the Giants. I'm hanging on to that delusion. It's too much, Sam. It's too much. It's just hanging on to a lot of delusion.
Yeah,
you know, the
Giants are terrible.
No.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, tell me.
No. They're actually time of possession. They outscored. The time of possession was better than everybody else's. Okay. I think the only team that outplayed them was Minnesota. We're 2-3. We easily could be not that. We easily could be. You know, we had no kicker against Washington.
Okay.
We lost the kicker first play of the game against Washington.
Right.
First, and then we had to go for. We couldn't even kick extra points.
That's why I gave up on the Giants, the Washington game.
Are you a Giants fan?
No, I'm not. It's only my second season.
Are you
watching.
a Jet?
It's only my second season watching the NFL.
Oh my God!
It's only my second season.
We could share so much more.
Yeah, this is only my second season.
Are you kidding me?
Only my second season.
Now, are you Giants or are you Jets?
I don't have because it's only my second season.
Okay, you're Giants.
I mean? Probably. Okay.
You're Giants.
Now, but here's my thing. I have a resentment against the Giants because it being season 2. This was the first season where there was money involved.
Yeah.
And they cost me money.
Okay.
And that got me mad. It got me upset. Because but then I didn't realize, but also Washington is doing so much better than they should be doing this season.
They have a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
The Giants didn't lose a kicker. We win that game. And here's the other thing, Sammy.
Go ahead.
You might have lost some money with the Giants. You would have lost more with the Jets. Okay? It would have been worse with the Jets.
Yeah.
So you should thank you should thank that you've gone that side.
That's a good perspective.
Yeah.
That's a really good perspective.
You could have gone, Aaron Rodgers, look at that.
Right.
So, you know.
So tell me this. You're the expert. I was following this. We've been all week. We've been on the Jets beat following this drama with the coach.
Oh, yeah.
It's the greatest thing. Because I love the stories. That's what's pulling me in. I didn't realize there were such great stories
You love the drama stories.
Right.
One of my favorite things in the world is that Ellen DeGeneres is a monster.
It's so great. It's so great.
Ellen DeGeneres being a monster is one of the greatest things that I've seen in show business history.
It's so great. And by the way, any content related to it,